Blackwater Technologies is a fire and life safety company that provides testing and inspections of your life safety systems. At Blackwater, they can also assist in servicing, upgrades, redesign, or replacements of your fire alarms, security, extinguishers, or suppression systems. Blackwater Technologies specializes in fire alarm integration, fire extinguishers, access control, security, CCTV, and central station monitoring. Proudly servicing the states of Alabama and Georgia, and so excited to be involved in West Georgia high school football. When it comes to the safety of your property, call Blackwater.
Is your roof leaking? Is your roof old and looking rough? Give Deep South Roofing a call. Deep South Roofing is locally owned and operated. They live and work in our community and have always supported local athletics. Don't fall victim to one of these out-of-town corporate roofing companies that knock on your door unsolicited. Trust Deep South Roofing for all of your commercial and residential roofing needs. Call them today at 404-819-7240 or visit their website at deepsouthroofingcompany.com.
Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you.
I'm Alex, and I'm a middle school infielder. And thanks to Funsal, I raised over $2,000 for my baseball season in just a few days.
Friday night lights, big dreams, and travel ball costs that just keep adding up. Parents, coaches, what if fundraising was as easy as a tap on your phone?
It was so easy. I just signed up, sent my link to family and friends, and the donations started rolling in. No selling, no door-to-door, just quick, real money for my team.
Meet FunTool, the easiest way to raise money for your athlete's team. No selling, no hassle, just quick, simple, peer-to-peer fundraising that lets you keep 100% of what you raise. Start raising money today. Download the FunTool app, spelled FUNDTOOL, on the App Store or Google Play, and get your team funded fast. That's FunTool, FUNDTOOL, where your team keeps every dollar.
Amazing things are happening at Healthcare 316 in Bremen and Carrollton. From traditional family medicine to groundbreaking techniques like physiologic insulin resensitization, Healthcare 316 is the perfect place for your family. PIR is groundbreaking, and it proves Healthcare 316's commitment to helping their patients be healthy, not just treating their symptoms to keep them in the system. PIR is so groundbreaking, only 46 clinics in the country are certified to perform it. It has been proven to repair neuropathy related to diabetes, improve diabetic control, hypertension, weight control, metabolic function, cholesterol issues, and can even improve your vision. Even improvement for patients with MS and Parkinson's. Plus, Healthcare 316 has an amazing new kids corner where pediatric specialists are taking new patients right now. Go see them in Carrollton or in Bremen at Healthcare 316. Smash your thirst with an Incredible Pulp lemonade. Whenever you hear a hometown sports media play-by-play guy say, "That's another Incredible Pulp smash," that is an Incredible Pulp smash, 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 and then hear some big fat guy growl, well, then you know you've seen a big hit on the gridiron. Whenever I see the Incredible Pulp lemonade trailer, I know it is a premier game of the week, and I'm getting me some lemonade. Everything you get today has artificial ingredient, not Incredible Pulp lemonade. It's fresh squeezed lemons, filtered water, and sugar, and it's delicious. And it's made by a man, Steve Walker, who loves supporting youth athletics in West Georgia. So next time you see the Incredible Pulp trailer, make sure you stop and get yourself an Incredible Pulp lemonade.
John Thornton Buick GMC is slashing prices for football season. If you're in the market for a new vehicle this fall, John Thornton Buick GMC has you covered with their ultimate tailgate event. How about $8,500 off all new Sierra 2500 Denali's? Those things are gorgeous. Or take $8,000 off all new Yukon Denali's. No one tell my wife, please. Shop online at johnthorntonbuickgmc.com and pick out the right car for you today.
Looking for a law firm that can handle criminal defense, personal injury, wrongful death, medical malpractice, domestic relationships, child custody, adoptions, or divorce? The Pilgrim Law Group is the firm for you. Mac Pilgrim and his group of attorneys will fight for you and work tirelessly to achieve the best result for you. The Pilgrim Law Group's clients have received over $13.5 million over the last 5 years. Give them a call at 770-459-9210 or go see them at 1 Community Square Boulevard, Suite 400 in Villa Rica. The Pilgrim Law Group, treating every case as if it were their own.
Marine South Boat Sales and Service Center is now a full-line Excel dealer. Excel is the #1 selling aluminum boat in the country. We have new models in stock, including duck boats with Mud Buddy surface drive motors. We offer outboards with Mercury and Yamaha. Our service department technicians have over 40 years combined experience in servicing all makes and models of outboards, stern drives, and inboard motors. Go check out our friends at Marine South on Highway 27 North in Carrollton.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Casey Bass here for my friends at Spa 316 in Bremen. They offer a variety of services from cosmetic injectables, hormone replacement therapy, and medically supervised weight loss. They also have new and improved weight loss programs, laser liposuction, cool sculpting, skin and laser services, and testosterone treatments. You handle all of your different hormones, but for me, it's the testosterone that has changed my life. And let me tell you something, I'm never going back, and I'm never going to see anybody but my friends at Spa 316. Go see them.
Villa Rica First Baptist is a proud sponsor of Carroll County Athletes and Athletics. Villa Rica First Baptist Church is a place where people can meet Jesus, engage in life-giving community, and everyone is welcome. We believe in creating a space where people can have authentic encounters with Christ, discover their gifts, and use them for God's glory. Join us for our Sunday services at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. located at 1483 on Highway 78 in Villa Rica. Villa Rica First Baptist Church. We are family.
Blackwater Technologies is a fire and life safety company that provides testing and inspections of your life safety systems. At Blackwater, they can also assist in servicing, upgrades, redesign, or replacements of your fire alarms, security, extinguishers, or suppression systems. Blackwater Technologies specializes in fire alarm integration, fire extinguishers, access control, security, CCTV, and central station monitoring. Proudly servicing the states of Alabama and Georgia, and so excited to be involved in West Georgia high school football. When it comes to the safety of your property, call Blackwater.
Is your roof leaking? Is your roof old and looking rough? Give Deep South Roofing a call. Deep South Roofing is locally owned and operated. They live and work in our community and have always supported local athletics. Don't fall victim to one of these out-of-town corporate roofing companies that knock on your door unsolicited. Trust Deep South Roofing for all of your commercial and residential roofing needs. Call them today at 404-819-7240 or visit their website at deepsouthroofingcompany.com.
Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you.
I'm Alex, and I'm a middle school infielder. And thanks to Funsel, I raised over $2,000 for my baseball season in just a few days.
Friday night lights, big dreams, and travel ball costs that just keep adding up. Parents, coaches, what if fundraising was as easy as a tap on your phone?
It was so easy. I just signed up, sent my link to family and friends, and the donations started rolling in. No selling, no door-to-door, just quick, real money for my team.
Meet FunTool, the easiest way to raise money for your athlete's team. No selling, no hassle, just quick, simple, peer-to-peer fundraising that lets you keep 100% of what you raise. Start raising money today. Download the FunTool app, spelled FUNDTOOL, on the App Store or Google Play, and get your team funded fast. That's FunTool, FUNDTOOL, where your team keeps every dollar.
Amazing things are happening at Healthcare 316 in Bremen and Carrollton. From traditional family medicine to groundbreaking techniques like physiologic insulin resensitization, Healthcare 316 is the perfect place for your family. PIR is groundbreaking, and it proves Healthcare 316's commitment to helping their patients be healthy, not just treating their symptoms to keep them in the system. PIR is so groundbreaking, only 46 clinics in the country are certified to perform it. It has been proven to repair neuropathy related to diabetes, improve diabetic control, hypertension, weight control, metabolic function, cholesterol issues, and can even improve your vision. Even improvement for patients with MS and Parkinson's. Plus, Healthcare 316 has an amazing new kids corner where pediatric specialists are taking new patients right now. Go see them in Carrollton or in Bremen at Healthcare 316.
Smash your thirst with an incredible pulp lemonade. Whenever you hear a hometown sports media play-by-play guy say, "That's another incredible pulp smash,"
That is an incredible pulp smash, 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 smash.
and then hear some big fat guy growl, well, then you know you've seen a big hit on the gridiron. Whenever I see the Incredible Pulp Lemonade trailer, I know it is a premier game of the week, and I'm getting me some lemonade. Everything you get today has artificial ingredient, not Incredible Pulp Lemonade. It's fresh squeezed lemons, filtered water, and sugar, and it's delicious. And it's made by a man, Steve Walker, who loves supporting youth athletics in West Georgia. So next time you see the Incredible Pulp trailer, make sure you stop and get yourself an Incredible Pulp Lemonade.
John Thornton Buick GMC is slashing prices for football season. If you're in the market for a new vehicle this fall, John Thornton Buick GMC has you covered with their ultimate tailgate event. How about $8,500 off all new Sierra 2500 Denali's? Those things are gorgeous. Or take $8,000 off all new Yukon Denali's. No one tell my wife, please. Shop online at johnthorntonbuickgmc.com and pick out the right car for you today.
Looking for a law firm that can handle criminal defense, personal injury, wrongful death, medical malpractice, domestic relationships, child custody, adoptions, or divorce? The Pilgrim Law Group is the firm for you. Mac Pilgrim and his group of attorneys will fight for you and work tirelessly to achieve the best result for you. The Pilgrim Law Group's clients have received over $13.5 million over the last 5 years. Give them a call at 770-459-9210 or go see them at 1 Community Square Boulevard, Suite 400 in Villa Rica. The Pilgrim Law Group, treating every case as if it were their own.
Marine South Boat Sales and Service Center is now a full-line Excel dealer. Excel is the #1 selling aluminum boat in the country. We have new models in stock, including duck boats with Mud Buddy surface drive motors. We offer outboards with Mercury and Yamaha. Our service department technicians have over 40 years combined experience in servicing all makes and models of outboards, stern drives, and inboard motors. Go check out our friends at Marine South on Highway 27 North in Carrollton.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Casey Bass here for my friends at Spa 316 in Bremen. They offer a variety of services from cosmetic injectables, hormone replacement therapy, and medically supervised weight loss. They also have new and improved weight loss programs, laser liposuction, cool sculpting, skin and laser services, and testosterone treatments. You handle all of your different hormones, but for me, it's the testosterone that has changed my life. And let me tell you something, I'm never going back, and I'm never going to see anybody but my friends at Spa 316. Go see them.
Villa Rica First Baptist is a proud sponsor of Carroll County Athletes and Athletics. Villa Rica First Baptist Church is a place where people can meet Jesus, engage in life-giving community, and everyone is welcome. We believe in creating a space where people can have authentic encounters with Christ, discover their gifts, and use them for God's glory. Join us for our Sunday services at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. located at 1483 on Highway 78 in Villa Rica. Villa Rica First Baptist Church. We are family.
That's hammered into left field. And he puts a ride into this one. How about 3 straight fastballs to Rica? That's a home run for Jasper. Settle up for baseball on Hometown Sports Media. Wildcats, Raiders, starts now. Good evening, West Georgia, and welcome into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. We are back out at J.C. Williamson Field on the campus of Villa Rica High School for our Wildcats versus the visiting East Paulding Raiders. I am Bryce Sparling. I will be your play-by-play guy tonight, all night long. Here with me to my left, as always, Coach Verlin Best. Coach, these two teams saw each other last week, on Friday night. 6-3 victory for our Wildcats. This East Paulding team going to be very good. Going to try to see if we can get another quality win tonight against a good region opponent.
You're right. You're right. That's going to be.
That'd help if you break
Got to get the microphone down
Coach.
and where you're supposed to be. You got caught up in watching them take infield. But I think the biggest thing, and especially is early in the season or even in the middle all the way to the end. Middle to the end is the easiest part, but you try to play quality opponents just where you can get accustomed to and used to the play at the end of the year, and to me that's the most important part anyway.
And that's one of the nice things you talk about playing quality opponents, Coach. It's one of the nice things about the region we're in this year is you're going to see East Paulding, South Paulding, and Alexander, and all three of those teams are going to roll out very, very competitive teams. And I think one dark horse that not a lot of people are talking about right now, Kennesaw Mountain. Kennesaw Mountain's got a very good competitive baseball team this year that I think is going to try to sneak up in there. So you got those 5 teams that are battling for 4 spots in the playoffs. It's going to make for very intense, very close, very good competitive baseball games, and it's just going to make you better for the playoffs.
Oh, I think so. It's always been that's the reason when I used to coach here or in several other places, I'd always try to play 1 or 2, 3 games to kind of get everything going, and then maybe at 4th, 5th, and 6th game before we started a region play, I'd try to play a little bit better than we were, what I thought would be, and maybe even up a classification or 2, and just to see how good we were.
Well, Coach, that philosophy I think passed on to Coach Wade Bailey because preseason we did play a couple of really good opponents during the region schedule. We're going to play a lot of really good opponents, and then right before the playoffs begin, we are going to play McEachern. McEachern right now is, I believe, 7th in the state in 6A. I think they've lost 2, but the 2 they lost were to like number 1 and number 2 in the state of Georgia. So sort of the same philosophy, Coach.
And it's not bad. The biggest thing is you got to understand your kids, because if you get them and they think they can win every ball game by just showing up, that creates a problem in their mind. And these are kids.
For sure.
That's the biggest thing about, and just putting a good thought in their mind. You get beat, you played well, but you tell them the truth. You get beat by 10 runs. Yeah, we stunk it up tonight. But that was one of the things I found a long, long time ago. Never use the word you.
Always us.
We.
Us.
We did this. Yep. We did that. We lost the game. You won the game, but we lost the game.
I like it.
It sticks with the kids. And I still, my famous phrase that I always try to use is, in the morning when you get up and brush your teeth, you need to like what you see.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I've had several people comment on that through the years. And of course, now I didn't do it very many years. About 33, 34 years.
Just 1 or 2.
But
you got a little bit of experience, Coach.
A little bit, but some of those folks will come back and say, I carried that with me all the way through high school, through college.
That's a life motto, Coach. That's not just a sports motto. That's a life motto.
That's about your own kids at home, about you can pin anything you want to on that, but it makes sense to do it, and it allows everything to take place that you really want to take place. Mm-hmm. It's you're right.
No, that's a life motto. Coach, the starting lineup today brought to you by Pico Volt Electrical Contractors in Villa Rica. Don't shock yourself with shoddy electrical work. Give Pico Volt a call in Villa Rica and let the experts handle your electric work. So for the visiting East Paulding Raiders, leading off number 12, Troy Bennett. He'll be over at second base. Number 27,
He will be on the bump for the East Paulding Raiders. Price Strickland DHing for him, number 17, Josh Toller. Noah McGirt, number 34. He'll be in the 3-hole and be over at third base. Number 28, Tyler Kane, batting fourth and playing first. Number 16, Michael Tucker, batting fifth and playing in right field. Number 10, Cash Dunn, batting sixth and playing shortstop. Number 4, Braden Clark, batting seventh and playing center field. Number 11, Hunter Dillard, batting eighth and playing in left field. Number 6, Cooper Martin, batting ninth and playing catcher. So once again, the starting batting order for the East Paulding Raiders is going to look like this: Bennett, Toller, McGirt, Kane, Tucker, Dunn, Clark, Dillard, and Martin. Price Strickland, the pitcher for East Paulding, he will be DH'd for by Josh Toller. For our Villa Rica Wildcats, defensively, it'll look like this. Number 1 and leading off in center field, Will Wallace. Number 9, and in the 2-hole behind the plate tonight is Henry Brookshire. Number 11, batting third, Cooper Robinson. Number 6, batting fourth and over at shortstop is Connor Black. Number 5, batting fifth, Colby Holland. He'll be at first base. Number 12, batting sixth, the guy on the bump, Ben Gardner, who's been almost unhittable this year. See if he can do it again against the East Paulding Raiders. Number 10, batting seventh over in right field, Jasper Best. Number 8, batting eighth at third base, Will Orr. And batting ninth, number 30, Austin Wilson. He will be out in left field. Once again, the starting lineup for our Wildcats: Wallace, Brookshire, Robinson, Black, Holland, Gardner, Best, Orr, and Wilson. That'll look like that in the bottom of the first when our Wildcats come up to bat.
Playing second base, number 12, Troy Bennett.
As the starting lineup for the East Paulding Raiders gets called out. East Paulding 8-9 on the season, 1-2 on the region record. East Paulding split the series against Alexander 1-1. Our Wildcats 14-1 on the season. Only blemish was an early season loss to Central, very first game of the year. Since then, they've gone on a 14-0 run, including 3-0 in the region. Funny enough, that Central team coach is still undefeated.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, they haven't lost a game, and I believe they're ranked 6th or 7th in the state right now.
Well, I'm in the region they're in.
Yes,
makes a little bit of difference too.
Yeah. They got Central's region this year is a lot like our region was last year.
Yeah,
very similar. So they'll probably have. I think Harris County is decent. I think they have them into this week, so that should be a good test.
Playing center field, number 1, Will Wallace.
Beautiful day out here for baseball. Weather update brought to you by Fun Tool. Fun Tool is an easy and fun way to raise money for your athletic team or club. Check them out on social media or at go.funtool. That's FUNDTOOL.io. It is gorgeous out here. High 50s, low 60s right now. Wind is blowing out to right field, but we know that wind comes off of I-20, so that might add some weird vortices type stuff in center field, right center, coach.
You got that right.
Yeah, that's gonna be odd to see. It's gonna be one of the things to look out for tonight. But high 50s, low 60s, not a cloud in the sky. Sun is up, beautiful now. Might get a little chilly the later we go on tonight, but it is a perfect night for some baseball here at J.C. Williamson Field. We're gonna take a break for the national anthem, and then we'll be right back here on the Wildcat Network.
I'm Alex, and I'm a middle school infielder. And thanks to FunTool, I raised over $2,000 for my baseball season in just a few days.
Friday night lights, big dreams, and travel ball costs that just keep adding up. Parents, coaches, what if fundraising was as easy as a tap on your phone?
It was so easy. I just signed up, sent my link to family and friends, and the donations started rolling in. No selling, no door-to-door, just quick, real money for my team.
Meet FunTool, the easiest way to raise money for your athlete's team. No selling, no hassle, just quick, simple, peer-to-peer fundraising that lets you keep 100% of what you raise. Start raising money today. Download the FunTool app, spelled FUNDTOOL, on the App Store or Google Play, and get your team funded fast. That's FunTool, FUNDTOOL, where your team keeps every dollar. If you have an electrical problem or project in your house, don't shock yourself. Call PicoVolt and let the experts handle it. PicoVolt electrical contractors have over 10 years of industry experience and offer a wide range of residential and commercial electrical services to meet your every need. From routine maintenance to complex installations, PicoVolt can handle it all. Plus, PicoVolt's competitive pricing and flexible scheduling make it easy to get the quality electrical services you need when you need them. So give them a call at 770-462-1030 and see how PicoVolt can help you today. PicoVolt, shockingly good results.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball out here at J.C. Williamson Field on the campus of Villa Rica High School. Our Wildcats welcome in the East Paulding Raiders. Ben Gardner is on the bump for our Villa Rica Wildcats. Ben's pitching stats so far this year: through 17 innings, which is good for third on the team. He's 3-0, struck out 17, so averaging a K per inning. ERA at a 1.23, whip at a 0.76. That's good for second on the team. And his batting average against so far this year at 210. So Ben Gardner has been a pleasant surprise, to me at least. Not a pleasant surprise to the Villa Rica coaching staff, who kind of expected this type of production out of Ben Gardner this year. But nice to see Ben, who is not only fantastic behind the plate, but he can get the job done on the bump as well. The low-flying helicopter flies over J.C. Williamson Field. Almost looks like a news helicopter.
I believe it was.
Wonder where that's going. That's going south. That's like heading towards Carrollton.
Carrollton.
Wonder what's going on in Carrollton tonight.
That's what went on last night.
Good point, Coach. So second baseman Troy Bennett will be the first batter here for the East Paulding Raiders. Troy Bennett the other night on Friday went 0 for 2, or excuse me, 0 for 3. He walked and scored in the third. And the first pitch from Ben Gardner is popped into shallow right center field, actually deep second. Coop settles under it and catches it for out number 1. First pitch time a 6:02, and one pitch, one out.
How about it? Number 17, Josh Toll.
This kid impressed me the other night.
Me too, Coach. This was the one kid from East Paulding that I came away from the game. He looks like a baseball player. When you see guys that have like forearms like that, they're usually pretty good. I don't know if we got Toller out, to be honest with you.
I don't think we did.
No, he went 3 for 3. 2 singles, a double, RBI, run scored. First pitch to Toller from Ben Gardner, strike one. Once again tonight, you'll have to bear with us. The scoreboard operator said he wanted to go watch his brother play baseball and not come here and work the scoreboard. So the 0-1 to Toller. That's hit through the gap over in right. It'll roll over to Jasper. He'll pick it up, fling it in, and Josh Toller has another single. So once again, the Wildcats can't seem to get out Josh Toller.
He tickles me.
Toller?
Told the kid, yes, sir.
He was the one, Coach, that did the bat flip on the single Friday night.
Yeah.
All right. I like the confidence. It's just a single, but all right. Bring up Noah McGirt. McGirt, the third baseman for East Paulding. He's got that low stance. I mean, he squats down there real low. First pitch to him, curveball, strike one. McGirt on Friday night went 1-3 on a fielder's choice, walked, and then hit into another fielder's choice. Checking Toller over at first, back in time. So McGirt on Friday was at bat 3 times, and 2 of the 3 times hit into a fielder's choice.
You know, I like the base run on first. I always get step in a dive. This kid's a step.
Yeah, it's not very big over there. Ben stares in the 0-1. fastball just low, ball one. Not a bad pitch. McGirt looks down the third base line, gets the sign from his coach. McGirt's, the way that bat's colored almost looks like a wood bat.
I believe it is. No, not really.
Ben checks the runner over at first, back in time. It looks like a wood bat. We played, I don't remember what team we played. It might have been Woodland. We played a team early on in the season where their metal bat was identical to a wooden bat. And I thought it was a wooden bat for a while until I heard them hit with it. The 1-1. Off to second goes Toller. That's foul above the netting. That's going to make it over towards the cul-de-sac.
Okay, car.
That might have King Kong'd a window crashing sound effect being played here at J.C. Williamson Field. That might have reached East Paulding's bus.
May have did.
I was leaving East Paulding the other night, and their bus alarm was going off. I had no idea buses had alarms.
Oh, yeah.
I had no clue. Ben checks the runner at second. The 1-2, that's bounced right back. Oh! And knocked Coach's drink down.
Every which way. No. In a little while, if we can find the top.
Where'd the top go? Oh, here it is. There you go, Coach. Oh, man. I'm glad you had your fishing gear on.
Exactly.
Good use of it. Checking the runner back over at first. He's back in time.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So Toller on first. McGirt at the plate. Ben comes sec. Checks Toller. Checks him again, and the 1-2.
Right.
Fastball misses apparently. Evens up the count 2-2. That was pretty good from here.
Must have been outside.
That's what I was thinking. Not a bad fastball from Ben Gardner. Yep. Umpire said it was outside just a bit.
Yeah.
Ben comes set, and the 2-2. Swung on and missed strike three. That's a Sissy's trackside grill strikeout. Ben Gardner's first strikeout of the evening. That'll bring up Tyler Kane. Tyler Kane playing first base. I can't believe that, Coach. Tyler Kane playing first base for the Raiders. Tyler Kane had one at bat in the game Friday night in which he struck out. First pitch McCain sees from Ben Gardner is in the dirt, skips past Henry Brookshire, gets to the backstop. Over to second goes Toller with the wild pitch.
I learned. This was a kid that come played first base
Yes, sir.
late in the game.
The 1-0 fouled back off of Brookshire. Good job, umpire. Umpire's going to
walk out to the pitcher.
Yeah, walk out to the pitcher, give Brookshire a little time. Yeah, this is the young man that came in and played first base for Flores on Friday. Brookshire says, I'm fine. As he gets a ball from Coach Best over there. Wasn't the knuckleball this time.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes, yeah. Yeah. I find big smile on the umpire's face as he's talking to Brookshire.
And you know what they're talking about.
Oh, yeah. I don't need any closed caption for that one. Oh, Ben Gardner ahead here, 0-1. Runner on second by way of a wild pitch. Gardner comes set, checks Toller over at second, and delivers. That's bounced over towards third, scooping its Will Orr on to first, and the Wildcats get him. Toller gets on, but can't do any damage. We head to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0 here on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Looking for a law firm that can handle criminal defense, personal injury, wrongful death, medical malpractice, domestic relationships, child custody, adoptions, or divorce? The Pilgrim Law Group is the firm for you. Mac Pilgrim and his group of attorneys will fight for you and work tirelessly to achieve the best result for you. The Pilgrim Law Group's clients have received over $13.5 million over the last 5 years. Give them a call at 770-459-9210 or go see them at 1 Community Square Boulevard, Suite 400 in Villa Rica. The Pilgrim Law Group, treating every case as if it were their own. Marine South is a full-line Mercury and Yamaha dealer. They sell new and used boats featuring Excel, the best-built aluminum boat on the market. Their factory-certified mechanics have over 40 years of experience. Speaking of servicing your boat, if you mention this ad, you'll get 10% off your maintenance parts of a full service. Give our friend Clay Harden a call at 770-832-3330 or go visit them at 1656 Highway 27 North in Carrollton.
Welcome again to Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Will Wallace, Henry Brookshire, Cooper Robinson, Connor Black, Colby Holland, Ben Gardner, Jasper Best, Will Orr, and Austin Wilson is the batting order for our Villa Rica Wildcats. Defensive alignment for East Paulding is going to look like this from left to right. In the outfield, Hunter Dillard, Braden Clark, and Michael Tucker. Around the diamond from right to left, Tyler Kane, Troy Bennett, Cash Dunn, Noah McGirt. Behind the plate is Cooper Martin, and his battery mate up on the bump is Price Strickland. Price Strickland has a little sidearm three-quarter delivery. Looks like he's got some good snap on the ball. Not sure what the fastball tops out at. Good movement. Big righty up there. Looks like he'd be a good guard. Trying to get my binoculars tuned in. Yeah, they always get out tuned when I put them in there. There we go. Now they're tuned in. Now they're tuned in and ready to go. Will Wallace going to start us off here in the bottom of the first. Yes, sir? Oh, that's just our stats. Yeah. Those are the same stats from Friday. Will puts it over to Cash Dunn. Dunn that has him, meets him up. Throw over to first, not in time. So Will Wallace is going to reach first via an E6. Coach, we saw Cash Dunn on Friday make 2 or 3 spectacular plays, and then he had 2 or 3 errors. Right. Yeah.
I was going to say, this is one of the pictures from East that used to you'd look for the fastball and hit the curve.
Yep.
This one you look for the curve and hit the fastball.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's predominantly a curveball pitcher, it seems like.
It looks like he throws a lot of stuff breaking. Not a lot of fastballs like you talked about. Brookshire steps in. Henry batting .475 on the season going into Friday night's game. First pitch he sees misses high, ball 1. Checking Will over at first. Dives in safely.
He told me yesterday, I guess it was, that his ankle or his foot where he hit it the other night is getting a whole lot better.
That's good. That was a hard hit. And he did it when he was cold, too, wasn't it? Yeah. Brookshire ahead here 1-0. Our Wildcats in our home whites. East Paulding in their road grays. Look like the Raiders. Will takes off to second. This one's fouled back over the netting. 1-1. Always like when a school takes a mascot and then leans into everything about the mascot. Like East Paulding's the Raiders, and they just took the Raiders colors and, went all out with it. They took their emblem and logo and all that, and that makes a lot of sense. Looks good.
Will Wallace did something that most kids won't do.
Uh-oh.
He stayed on second base till the umpire told him to go back.
Told him to go back?
Not the other players, but the umpire.
Hey, it might work 1 out of 100 times. Checking Will over at first. Will back in time. No dive this time. Oh, you know what? We're gonna count the throwovers. Yep. That's 2, right?
Yep.
We got two throwovers. I don't know if we're gonna reach what we did on Friday night as they throw it over.
I'll throw him a triple here in a minute.
It's the 2 of the 3 pickoffs have been pretty low. Tyler Kane's done a good job to go down and get them. One of them bounced. Brookshire squares the bunt, gets the back in time, though, as that one misses outside. Ball 2.
That was outside the batter's box almost.
That would have hit a left-handed batter.
Yes, sir.
No outs, runner on first. Brookshire up to bat here in the bottom of the first. 0-0 ball game. Henry squares the bunt, gets it down, first base side. Strickland comes off, underhands it to Kane at first. Bang, bang play, but they got him. Over to second goes Will Wallace. Henry Brookshire with a nice sacrifice bunt. That'll bring up Cooper Robinson.
Now batting number 11, Cooper Robinson.
Cooper Robinson on the season going into Friday night's game was batting .390, had 15 stolen bases, which is first on the team, and 24 runs scored, which is first on the team.
You know, I keep hearing some kind of foreign language.
What's that?
The two holes around home plate may be close to China.
Oh, yeah? They're pretty deep, Coach.
They could be ankle deep before it's over with.
That right-handed batter's box is probably a good half an inch below home plate. First pitch to Cooper Robinson, fouled above the netting over towards the tennis court, strike 1. I always see those pictures that are joking. They're like a right-handed batter's box, and it looks like they dropped a bomb in it or something.
Yeah.
And they said left-hander's batter's box, and it looks pristine, just perfect.
Exactly.
Those righties like to get in there and dig in. Will Wallace over at second. Strickland's going to turn around, almost throws it into center field.
You know, back when I back in the old days, if people would dig in like that, and the first one from the pitcher is about head high, and if it's going to hit them, be about 6 inches behind their left ear.
Strickland stares in for a long time, finally gets the sign, comes set, looks at Will, looks again, and delivers. And this one does hit Coop. I think it got him in the shoulder, the left shoulder, I think is where it got Coop.
Yeah.
That scared me for a second because that was high.
Uh-oh. Oh, I see now.
So
The umpire went towards the first base dugout. I thought he was going to say something. But he wanted to get the ball, and that's strange. The ball was in the shadow, and it's just hard to see.
I didn't even see it.
It's green all the way around it, but oh well.
That'll bring up lefty Connor Black. With runners on first and second for our Wildcats here.
Does he bunt?
I would. The couple bunts that we've seen this year from Connor, he's laid down some gorgeous bunts.
Not where the first baseman's playing. I wouldn't bunt.
Coach, I don't think he can move that well. That's high and outside, ball 1.
Yeah, but he's going to have a hard time catching the ball. So basically from first base to where second baseman's playing is wide open.
Yeah, especially the lefty, I guess, up there.
Exactly.
Get something to pull, try to get down the line. They're playing us much more straight up tonight in the outfield than they were. Spin, throw to second, not in time. Friday night, East Paulding was their left fielder was almost in left center, and their right fielder was almost in right center.
Right.
There was a ton of.
Here comes the coach.
Oh, now we get a coaching visit early on. I wouldn't. East Paulding doesn't have anybody warming up in the bullpen.
Oh no, this is not a chewing out time. But you mark that down as far as
coaches visits?
Yeah. No, not coach.
Throwovers? Yeah. We got 5 throwovers so far through 1 out in the first inning. you got some Jeopardy music here playing in the background. I really wish we'd have kept track of all the throwovers on Friday night.
Yes.
We had to be in the 20s.
There's no doubt.
I'd be shocked if we weren't.
I mean, it was 3, 4, and 5 each inning.
Yeah. Oh, easily. And I feel like the second pitcher who was the DH, Josh Toller, he didn't throw over near as much as Biaster did.
Oh, no. I really think that he did that because he was trying to stay warm.
Might have. So Connor Black steps back in there. 1-0 count to Connor. Runners on first and second for our Wildcats. Strickland stares in, checks Will over at second. Still checks him. Now he's going to spin, jump, move around, try to pick him off, and not even close. So That's pickoff attempt number 6.
You know who that voice was.
Yeah, we're getting some comments from the peanut gallery. That misses outside. Will down to third. Throw is in the dirt. So a good double steal from our Wildcats. Down to second goes Coop. Over to third goes Will Wallace.
Tell you how hard that is. Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter, and he steals third.
You don't see that very often.
Difficult, very difficult.
So I believe Will Wallace and Cooper Robinson still tied on stolen bases. I believe they're both at 16.
Ooh.
Yep. So Connor way ahead here, 2-0. Time called, granted by the home plate umpire to Connor.
By the way, the voice we heard a while ago was Will Wallace's mother.
The 2-0 bounced over towards first and through. Into shallow right center field. Green light given to Cooper. Round third. Throw not in time. And the Wildcats lead it 2-0 here in the bottom of the first by way of a Connor Black 2 RBI double.
It's not how hard you hit it, it's where you hit it.
That's right. That was perfectly placed. Nice bouncer right past first. And it didn't look like first base changed his position after that double steal. It almost looked like they still thought that he might bunt.
Right.
Hitting right past, if he's playing normal, I don't know if he can still get to that, but he might have a better chance.
I think he could. A lot better chance.
So Connor's over at second with a 2 RBI double. And that'll bring up Colby Holland. Strickland checks Connor at second, checks again, and delivers. Colby fouls this one off the netting, strike one. So our Wildcats lead it here early in the bottom of the first, 2-0. Colby Holland trying to add on to it. On deck stands the pitcher, Ben Gardner. He wants to get up there and try to assist himself. It's always nice when you can try to help yourself.
Stay loose.
The 2-0. Wings high, strike one. That's strike two. I think the count's 2-1. Or, 1-2.
1-2, yeah.
Yeah. Scoreboard has it 2-1. I think it's 1-2.
Well, you got better angle. I'm right in the sun.
Strickland delivers. Bouncer over to short. Cash Dunn backhands it over to first. One hopper in time. Got him. Good stretch over at first base by Tyler Kane for the Raiders to get Colby Holland. Be out number 2. And that'll bring up Ben Gardner.
Now batting number 12, Ben Gardner.
What you know? Strickland checks Connor over at second. And delivers to Ben. Ben hits this one into center field, but right at Braden Clark.
Adam Bow.
Yep. That'll do it for the Wildcats in the bottom of the first. We take the lead 2-0 here on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you. Need someplace to relax after a hard day? Sissy's Trackside Grill is just the place for you. Sissy's Trackside Grill is the perfect place to unwind, watch the game, and munch on some grub. Sissy's has everything you could ask for. Wings, burgers, pizza. They even have fish and chips for those British tourists making their way in Villa Rica. Sissy's was voted the best place for a Philly cheesesteak and best sports grill in West Georgia and was a finalist for best hamburger. So stop in at 14790 on 78 in Villa Rica and sample some of Sissy's fare.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Michael Tucker, Cash Dunn, and Braden Clark do up 1-2-3 for the East Paulding Raiders here in the top of the second. Turner Ewald out there in left field assisting with the warming up duties. Actually, I think he's just taking pictures. Nope. See if he can catch the ball. He's on a scooter. Turner out for the year, unfortunately, with a broken ankle. Broke it at Where was that rich school we played in Atlanta? We played them here last year. Real close game. It was the one Coach Wade Bailey got thrown out in. I'm losing my mind. I can't remember. Westminster. Westminster was the name of it. So Michael Tucker will step in for the Raiders here to begin the second inning.
Oh. I couldn't hear you through the headset.
Well, inning 1, you didn't have the headset down. Inning 2, I forgot to unmute you.
Exactly.
We'll get it together at some point this year, Coach. Swinging a miss, strike one on Michael Tucker. You know, we haven't been doing this for 14, 15 games this year and 20-something games last year. 0-1 low, good block by Brookshire, ball 1. I'm new.
Yeah.
Michael Tucker, their young man, with pops this one up a mile high into center field. Will looked like he lost it. I think the wind playing just a little bit of tricks on him out there, but he catches it for out number 1.
Yes, Old Glory's not hanging down, just wiggling.
And it's blowing out towards right, and you know the wind coming off 20 is blowing in. So if it's anything in right center field or right field, might be a bit of an adventure tonight. Luckily, we got 2 pretty good fielders out there. That'll bring up Cash Dunn, the shortstop for the East Paulding Raiders. First pitch to Dunn, swinging a miss on a beautiful breaking ball.
I guess you could say it runs in the family.
Who was the we got it on record who the best athlete was. Who was the best fielder? Popped up over the netting towards the cul-de-sac, strike 2. Does Noah still take the cake on best fielder?
Nah.
Oh.
See, Noah played some infield too, but
okay.
But
the 0-2. That's a breaking ball high, ball 1.
I don't know. I think it'd be a toss-up between Will and Noah as far as doing that now.
The 1-2.
Good
Another
gosh.
high breaking ball. It almost looked like that one slipped out of his hands. As soon as he delivered, it looked right straight to his hand like it slipped.
Well, it's like he's got so dry.
Yeah. They put some stickum on there.
Yeah.
Little pine tar. The 2-2 is hitting to left field. Having him played perfectly, though, is Austin Wilson, who catches it for out number 2. That was a good catch in left field. You know, out here at J.C. Williamson Field, that sun right in your eyes right there. And that was one of those little low screamers. Austin picked that one up early off the bat and made a nice play.
Exactly. You could almost say that was an atom ball.
And that's one of those questionable atom balls at this point in the day where the sun is in left field. Those are tough. There's a bouncer over to short. Fielding it is Connor over to first to Colby. And 6-3 goes Braden Clark. So the East Paulding Raiders get sat down in order in the top of the second. We head to the bottom. 2-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Villa Rica First Baptist is a proud sponsor of Carroll County Athletes and Athletics. Villa Rica First Baptist Church is a place where people can meet Jesus, engage in life-giving community, and everyone is welcome. We believe in creating a space where people can have authentic encounters with Christ, discover their gifts, and use them for God's glory. Join us for our Sunday services at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. Located at 1483 on Highway 78 in Villa Rica. Villa Rica First Baptist Church. We are family.
Casey Bass here for my friends at Spa 316 in Bremen. They offer a variety of services from cosmetic, injectables, hormone replacement therapy, and medically supervised weight loss. They also have new and improved weight loss programs, laser liposuction, cool sculpting, skin and laser services, and testosterone treatments. You handle all of your different hormones, but for me, it's the testosterone that has changed my life. And let me tell you something, I'm never going back, and I'm never going to see anybody but my friends at Spa 316. Go see them.
Welcome again to Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Ben Gardner, Jasper Best, and Will Orr do up 1-2-3 for our Wildcats here in the bottom of the second. Our Wildcats going to try to add on a couple runs. Want to remind you about all of our fantastic sponsors. Pilgrim Law Firm, Blackwater Technology, Marine South, Incredible Pulp Lemonade, John Thornton Buick GMC, Deep South Roofing, Smith Floor Coverings, Uncle Dom's Dapper Pomade, the Villa Rica First Baptist, Healthcare 316, Spa 316, Don Ridge Ford in Villa Rica, Sissy's Trackside Grill, Fun Tool, Kia of LaGrange, Pico Volt Electrical Contractors, and the Morning Five podcast, and our title sponsor this year, Serve Pro of West Georgia. Serve Pro of West Georgia, your restoration and cleaning experts.
Now, this would be the biggest issue of what you were talking about a while ago.
Okay.
Brother against brother?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be tough. First pitch to Ben Gardner. Swing and a miss, strike one.
Hitting it hard, I think too many times young kids want to try to hit it out of the park. That ain't the way you do it. You just got to hit it hard.
Well, that's what Jasper was saying, is you just look for singles or doubles here and there. Another swing and a miss. Ben Gardner, good breaking ball from Price Strickland on the mound. Ben steps out of the batter's box, regains his composure, and steps back in. That one misses outside. And ball one. Ben Gardner on the season so far this year, batting .421, which is good for second on this Wildcat squad. The 1-2, that's a curve ball, stays high. Evens up the count 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, second inning. No outs, no on. Ben Gardner with that Will Wallace grip now. That misses high, ball 3. Ben Gardner has started the pointer fingers off the bat, sort of like Jasper Best and Will Wallace have. And that apparently now my middle son bats like it because he saw Will and Jasper bat like that. He said, "Dad, do you mind if I do the bat grip like Will and Jasper?" And I said, "I don't care if you can still hit it." I said, "You can hold the bat however you want as long as, a couple fundamentals are sound."
Mm-hmm.
I said, a set of batting swing, much like a pitching windup and everything, it's sort of unique. The 3-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. So there's a million different ways to swing a baseball bat. I said, none of them are 100% right, none of them are 100% wrong. So
that's it.
All unique. That'll bring up Will Orr, as I guess the lineup changed. So Will Orr up now. That was Jasper.
Jasper was up.
Yeah, I guess they changed the either that or I messed up. Either are very, very popular. I mean, very, very possible. As Will Orr steps up to bat. Another good curveball. Price Strickland has a nice curveball. Let's see if I got the lineup wrong. Or if I just missed somebody. Oh, you know what? They don't have a game changer pulled up. That's hit into center field. Shallow center field. Not getting a good jump and down. So Will Orr is going to be over at first. And that'll put a runner at first with 1 out for our Wildcats. That'll bring up Austin Wilson.
That ball was hit about as far as it got away from home plate.
Hunter Dillard in left and Braden Clark in center, I think, just lost it in the sun.
Probably.
It was up so high, I think they just lost it and it fell.
It's 127 foot to second base, so it's about hit about 150 foot. Not even that.
That held up there for a while.
Yeah.
That'll bring up Austin Wilson. Checking Will Orr over at first, back in time.
Throw over.
Oh yeah, thank you. Boop. We had 6 throwovers in the first.
That should be a balk.
I didn't even see him. I was making sure my throwover stats were right. Misses low to Austin Wilson, ball 1.
The problem is when you put the ball in your hand and you're on the rubber and it's down by your side, any movement with that right hand in the ball and it don't go to the glove, should be a balk.
Should be a balk, yeah.
It's like right now. He's twirling the ball.
Strickland comes set. Going to check over at first. Back in time is Will Orr. I'd like to see a dive on that one. That was a little close.
Well, he's a step and a dive.
He is a step and a dive. He got the step, just forgot the dive back. That's bounced to short. Cash Dunn's going to have it. Takes himself to second, over to first.
Good job. Good play.
For 2, yep. 6-3 double play ends the inning. And we head to the top of the third. 2-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Amazing things are happening at Healthcare 316 in Bremen and Carrollton. From traditional family medicine to groundbreaking techniques like physiologic insulin resensitization. Healthcare 316 is the perfect place for your family. PIR is groundbreaking, and it proves Healthcare 316's commitment to helping their patients be healthy, not just treating their symptoms to keep them in the system. PIR is so groundbreaking, only 46 clinics in the country are certified to perform it. It has been proven to repair neuropathy related to diabetes, improve diabetic control, hypertension, weight control, metabolic function, cholesterol issues, and can even improve your vision. Even improvement for patients with MS and Parkinson's. Plus, Healthcare 316 has an amazing new kids corner where pediatric specialists are taking new patients right now. Go see them in Carrollton or in Bremen at Healthcare 316.
Welcome again to Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Hunter Dillard, Cooper Martin, and Troy Bennett do up 1, 2, 3 for East Paulding.
Coach Bailey took enough time for the catcher could get out to put his stuff on.
I thought Coach Bailey was going to come out here and take a couple pitches.
Well, yeah, he was supposed to, but it didn't work out that way. He never quite made it down behind home plate. He made it to home plate and spoke to the umpire a couple of things, and then the catcher finally got out.
We did that around the bases thing with Coach Bailey, and I don't remember him ever listing off catcher as one of the positions he played. Or no, he said he did. He said that was in All-Stars in the summer. He said he'd usually catch 3 innings and then pitch 3 innings. Or catch 2 and pitch 2 or something like that. So yeah, that's what my middle son likes to do because he's constantly doing something. Throw down to second's a good one from Henry Brookshire.
Depends on which way you look at it.
That one?
Number 11, Hunter.
That one.
That was a good throw.
Took a bounce.
Oh, yeah, sometimes it's quicker to take a bounce. I learned that from a very wise person.
I also said it depends on how far away you take the bounce.
That's very true, too. And if it takes the bounce on the dirt or the grass.
Right.
Takes a bounce on the grass, gives you enough time to react to it. Sometimes it scoots and slides in there. It takes a bounce on the dirt. Sometimes it's a short hop. Swing and a miss from Hunter Dillard to start off the top of the third. I don't think we saw Dillard
I don't think
Friday
so.
night.
I don't remember the name.
No. Fouled back off the netting, strike 2. So Ben Gardner quickly ahead here, 0-2.
That's that big defensive tackle that.
Cooper Martin, he's the catcher. It's a big catcher.
He is. He just tossed the ball to the umpire and threw it over his head right into the sun. The umpire had no idea where it was.
What team was it we were playing that the coach tried to throw the ball back to the umpire and overthrew him by about 30 yards?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember who that was. The 0-2. Bounced over towards second. Coop has it. Couple hopper over to first. And out number 1. 4-3 goes Hunter Dillard.
Happens again. Trying to throw the ball around the infield, threw it right at the shortstop's head, and he couldn't see it. So he is what we normally called bailed out.
Well, Coach, Connor's standing right there. So is Will Orr. They're standing at third and short where the sun is shining right in their eyes. And they have sunglasses on their hat, but they're not utilizing the sunglasses.
Exactly.
I don't understand that.
Well, there was a coach.
First pitch low to Cooper Martin, ball 1.
There was a coach that I knew that if you were going to wear sunglasses, you wore them. But on top of the head, wasn't going to happen.
The 1-0 misses low and outside, ball 2. Now, did you know this coach very well?
Pretty well.
Yeah, pretty well. That's what I was assuming.
Pretty well.
It almost like you were that coach.
Hey, almost.
2-0. Misses just low. Good pitch from Ben, but I guess it missed just a bit low. 3-0. Yeah, if you're gonna wear sunglasses, wear sunglasses. I can tell Austin needs it. That misses inside.
Four straight balls.
4-pitch walk for Cooper Martin as he heads down to first. That'll bring up Troy Bennett. You can tell Austin Wilson the sun's bothering him quite a bit because he's got his glove up there blocking it. As I think we're going to get a courtesy runner down the first base line for the catcher. Looks like it's going to be Jacob Byester, I think.
Starting pitcher
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah, starting pitcher Friday.
But you got to remember the difference between courtesy runner and pinch runner.
Byester with a big smile on his face. He was laughing at somebody. I don't know what he was laughing at. He was laughing at somebody. Yeah, courtesy runner is just you can get it for the catcher or the pitcher. And that position player is not out of the game. Pinch runner. You have a pinch runner out of the game. You can't courtesy run for the catcher or pitcher.
That's correct.
So Troy Bennett's up there. Troy Bennett 0 for 1 on the day. Checking the runner back over first. Back in time is Byester. Byester was a step and a dive away from first base.
Yep.
The first pitch to Bennett. Fastball low. Ball 1. That's one of those pitches that I feel like you've gotten in high school baseball over the past 4 to 5 years. That low strike. The 1-0. Curveball, strike 1.
And see, I get upset at umpires. Now, that was a strike because it come across the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest problem is when people up here in the stand see that, they don't think it's a strike at all.
Yeah. The 1-1. That's hit towards third and through. Into left field for a base hit. So the Raiders will have him at first and second with Josh Toller coming up to bat.
Again, it's not hard you hit it, it's where you hit it.
Yep. Put that one perfectly in between the shortstop and the third baseman. And East Paulding has something cooking here in the top of the third.
We ain't got this kid out yet.
Nope. We sure haven't. He's 4 for 4 against us. 4 for 4 with 3 singles and a double.
You bet your lunch money he ain't going to bunt.
I think that's a pretty safe bet right there, Coach. I'd like to see this young man come up to bat with nobody on base.
Yes, every time.
Every time. And our Wildcats to have a 2, 3, 4, 5 lead, somewhere around there. Ben comes set, looks the runner at second, and delivers to Toller. Misses outside, ball 1. Toller so far, 3 singles and a double against our Wildcats. Combined between Friday's game. He's going to square around the bunt. Coach, he attempted to bunt and fouled it back.
Second pitch.
Wow. That caught everybody off guard.
Yes, sir.
I would have never in a million years thought he was going to bunt.
Would you, question for you, would
Yeah.
you be as close as this coach is down the third base line to the batter?
Not with the power that I've seen from
Not from
Toller.
And he can't see because he's got his sunglasses on.
Ben comes set, checks the runner at second, and the 1-1. That's popped out of play. Strike 2. Let's see if Ben can be the first Wildcat pitcher this year to get Toller out. I must have hit a lot of glass over there.
A lot of it. I'm afraid it may have been my wife's car, though.
I parked a little bit closer today, but I'm over by the softball field, so nothing foul over there will do anything. Time called by Toller at home plate, granted by the umpire. Ben will step off the back of the rubber. Wildcats lead this one 2-0. Top of the third. Runners on first and second for East Paulding. 1 out. Josh Toller up to bat. The 1-2 from Ben Gardner. That's hit into center field. Will gets a good jump on it, and he'll catch it for the first time we've gotten Toller out in a game and a half.
Yep.
Big out number 2. And that'll bring up Noah McGirt. McGirt struck out in the first inning. See if we can get another Sissy's trackside strikeout here.
That's a hard, difficult play for the infielders. And not much for Will, but infielders trying to go out to catch a ball. Runner on second base.
First pitch to McGirt fouls this one off towards the cul-de-sac, strike 1.
If you catch the ball,
you hit an arc off, man. My goodness.
That must be the school bus back
Awesome.
there.
A lot
As
of
many
damage.
windows, school bus.
They're going to ride down with the windows down whether they want to or not tonight.
Exactly.
They're not going to have any windows left. Ben coming set, checking the runner over at second and the 0-1. That's bounced over towards third. Connor tried to backhand it, ate him up. And snap throw over to third. Tried to get Biaster, the courtesy runner, sleeping, but nothing doing. So over to first is McGirt. To second goes Bennett. To third goes Biaster. And that'll bring up Tyler Kane, East Paulding's third baseman.
1 out.
2 outs.
2 outs. All right.
2 outs, yes,
Better.
sir.
Better.
Yep. 2 outs. Closest bag will do it. Tyler Kane went 5-3 to end the first inning. Let's see if he can go 5-3 to end the third. Big swing and a miss from Tyler Kane, strike one. Tyler Kane, only saw him once on Friday.
Yeah, the last 2 innings, I think he come in.
Yes, sir, struck out and is only at bat on Friday. The 0-1 bounced towards third, foul. And Ben way ahead here, 0-2. What do you go here, Coach? What do you throw?
I'm gonna throw a curveball again.
Okay, I like it. Give me something snapping down away from him. Swing and a miss and a big Sissy's Trackside Grill strikeout for Ben Gardner. Ends the third inning, or ends the top of the third. We head to the bottom of the third. 2-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Need someplace to relax after a hard day? Sissy's Trackside Grill is just the place for you. Sissy's Trackside Grill is the perfect place to unwind, watch the game, and munch on some grub. Sissy's has everything you could ask for. Wings, burgers, pizza. They even have fish and chips for those British tourists making their way in Villa Rica. Sissy's was voted the best place for a Philly cheesesteak and best sports grill in West Georgia and was a finalist for best hamburger. So stop in at 14790 on 78 in Villa Rica and sample some of Sissy's fare. Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Here in the bottom of the third, Wildcats lead at 2-0. Will Wallace, Henry Brookshire, and Cooper Robinson do up 1, 2, 3 for our Wildcats, trying to add on a couple more runs. Will Wallace reached on an error, advanced to second on a fielder's choice, stole third, and then scored by way of a Connor Black 2 RBI double.
His mama, where is she at? I saw her here a while ago. I heard her. And she must be in the concession stand.
First pitch to Will, misses low and outside, ball one.
She's going to have a hard time getting that uniform clean.
It is dirty. I wonder how many times Will gets done with a baseball game and his jersey isn't filthy, though. 1-0 misses low and outside, ball two.
He's been that way ever since I've known him.
Coach, the more I hang around with Will, the more I'm convinced that him and my middle son are insanely similar. The 2-0. Curveball misses low, so Will way ahead here, 3-0.
We had a conversation about just that pitch right there.
Being patient on it?
Being patient.
Yep. The way, everything between him and Grayson is just crazy, crazy similar. 3-0 taken all the way in there for strike one. Their demeanor, the way they play every sport, the seriousness, it is just, it's really kind of freaky. The 3-1 misses high, ball four, and Will Wallace will head down to first with a leadoff walk. And like Casey Bass says, 86% of leadoff, I don't know if it's walks or runners, score.
Runners.
Yeah. And 70% of the time, internet stats are not correct. But I found that stat from the internet, so that stat might be incorrect.
Well, see, Coach Bailey had enough confidence in Will. He didn't even give him a sign. On 3-1, he knew.
Yeah, Will's one of those batters that you let make up their own mind, almost. First pitch to Henry Brookshire's outside. Ball one to Henry.
Well, I think the sun has gone far enough for me to take the sunglasses off.
Yeah? They coming off now? Taking the shades off. Checking Will over at first, dive back in. That's the first pickoff move in this inning. Brookshire ahead here 1-0. Henry had a nice sacrifice bunt in the first inning, as it looks like East Paulding's going to get up a pitcher throwing in the bullpen. Pitch is low for ball 2. Over towards second goes Will Wallace with a stolen base. He's now ahead of Cooper Robinson, I believe.
Bunt.
I don't disagree. Jake Nunnally, the pitcher up in the bullpen for the East Paulding Raiders. And Brookshire ahead here 2-0. Laid down a nice sacrifice bunt in the first. Let's see if he does it again here in the third.
Look at the hole at shortstop. Shortstop's holding the guy on, and that's a balk.
That's what I thought, too.
That's a balk.
He pinwheels over to second. Back in time as well.
Pinwheel there, but he stepped and then threw it.
Yeah.
He didn't step towards second, though.
I definitely thought that was a balk. As Strickland stares in, now steps off the back of the rubber.
Second baseman's playing in the hole at second. Shortstop's trying to hold Will on it at second.
And third base is hugging the line.
First baseman's on the grass thinking bunt as well as the third baseman.
And second base is shaded over towards first. Going to cover first if there is a bunt. Pitch to Will Brookshire stays high.
I'll tell you
Ball
what now.
3.
Like the umpire. Really, really like the umpire.
He's done a good job tonight.
So far, I believe, there's no pressure calls yet, but I really like where he gets, where he sets up.
And consistent.
Yes, sir.
This is like the third or fourth game in a row where we've had good umpiring behind the plate.
Right.
The 3-0 misses inside, ball 4. And Henry Brookshire heads down to first with a 4-pitch walk. That'll put him at first and second with no outs for Cooper Robinson. Coop, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, stole a base and then scored a run.
Now batting number 11, Cooper Robinson.
Now, where do we bunt the ball?
I'm not bunting with Coop. No outs. No outs and Coop up to bat. I'm letting him swing away.
I'm going to square first pitch.
Just to see what they do?
Nah, don't worry about what they do. I was going to square to put that in their mind.
That I might bunt?
First baseman's on the grass. Third baseman's one step off the grass.
Cooper is going to square to bunt, misses it for strike 1.
Well, now we know the third baseman's going to hang back. So now we hit away.
Cooper Robinson on the year batting .390.
Look at the hole at shortstop.
In between third and short, it's massive.
It's 90 feet. It's a good 80 foot.
Yeah.
From the runner to third base. And nobody in between him.
You pull one, scores at least 1.
Oh, come on, coach.
Squaring around the bunt, pulls it back. Takes ball 1. Yeah, I don't know. See what the call is here again. Runners on first and second, no outs, 1-1 count. I'd let Coop swing away.
But, you can't get a double play.
Yeah.
The only way you can get a double play is hit it to the right side of the infield and let shortstop come across the bag. That's one thing. But
no, the chances of you hitting to a double play on the left side of the infield are slim to none. And hitting into a double play on the right side, a little bit better, but not much. The 1-1, Coop squares around the bunt, gets this one down right in front of home plate. Cooper Martin comes out of the catcher.
Ooh.
Throw down to first is high, but they're going to get him in time. Over towards third goes Will Wallace. To second goes Henry Brookshire. And Cooper Robinson advances the runners with a sacrifice bunt.
Well, that's what the book called for. He did it well.
Yeah, put that sack bunt down perfectly. Now we got 2 runners in scoring position. Wildcats up 2-0. Connor Black is in a very similar position as he was in the first inning, Coach. The first inning, he'd hit a 2 RBI double. Let's see if he can replicate the success he had in the first inning.
Right center, that serve pro would work too.
Yeah, sir. First pitch to Connor Black. That's hit into right field, giving ground.
Missed it.
Over his head. Down for a base hit. Connor Black around second. Will Wallace in to score. Throw to third, not in time. Head first slide from Connor Black, and he's got himself a 2 RBI triple. It's 4-0. Wildcats lead it. Connor Black hit that and never slowed up. Around first, around third, turned on the jet, slid into third base. Brookshire scores. Will Wallace scores. It is 4-0. Wildcats lead it.
Nobody out.
That'll bring up Colby. One out. We had a sacrifice bunt.
I can't see the scoreboard.
You'll be able to see it as soon as the game ends, Coach. First pitch to Colby, swing and a miss on a high fastball.
I'm going to tell you a story here in a minute that I hope never happens to any other kid.
Okay. Strickland checks Connor over at first and delivers the 0-1. That misses high and outside ball one.
Playing ball at junior college. We were probably our best pitcher throwing. Kind of muddy that day. Guy gets in, cleans his cleats off, takes a pitch or two. After this pitch, I'll finish it.
The 1-1. That's offered at right field. Is it going to fall fair?
Foul.
It foul. I couldn't see it. Fell right beyond where Coach Best was standing.
The other Coach Best.
Yes, the other Coach Best.
So the pitcher throws another pitch, and it was a strike. Guy didn't call it a strike. Batter gets mad. Knocks some clay off his cleats. Breaks his foot because he hit it so hard.
Oh, my goodness. What a freak accident. That's
wasn't no
insane.
accident.
Swing and a miss, strike 3 to Colby Holland.
It's insane, all right.
Golly. You think he felt more embarrassed or stupid for that?
I don't know, but I imagine by the time he got through with his cast on his foot and started running for the coach,
That's one of those you can't run, but you can write term papers. I need a 1,200-word essay tomorrow morning about stupidity. Ben Gardner steps up there, stares at ball one outside. Over at third, with all 4 RBIs for the Wildcats so far, tonight's Connor Black.
I can't remember what school that was, but it was.
That's awful. God. That's the last time he ever did that. 1-0 to Ben. It's a good curveball that breaks in there, strike 1.
It's the first and last time I ever saw anybody do it.
I can't ever imagine hitting your foot that hard that you break it.
Well, you normally hit it right in here.
Right.
I hit it up in here.
Ooh. Fastball catches the outside part of the zone, strike 2. Ben having to battle here. Down 1-2. Let's see if we can put something in the outfield and help ourselves. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. But our Wildcats are able to push across 2 more. We head to the top of the 4th. 4-0. We lead it here on Hometown Sports Media Network.
I'm Alex, and I'm a middle school infielder. And thanks to Funsel, I raised over $2,000 for my baseball season in just a few days.
Friday night lights, big dreams, and travel ball costs that just keep adding up. Parents, coaches, what if fundraising was as easy as a tap on your phone?
It was so easy. I just signed up, sent my link to family and friends, and the donations started rolling in. No selling, no door-to-door, just quick, real money for my team.
Meet FunTool, the easiest way to raise money for your athlete's team. No selling, no hassle, just quick, simple, peer-to-peer fundraising that lets you keep 100% of what you raise. Start raising money today. Download the FunTool app, spelled FUNDTOOL, on the App Store or Google Play, and get your team funded fast. That's FunTool, FUNDTOOL, where your team keeps every dollar. If you have an electrical problem or project in your house, don't shock yourself. Call PicoVolt and let the experts handle it. PicoVolt electrical contractors have have over 10 years of industry experience and offer a wide range of residential and commercial electrical services to meet your every need. From routine maintenance to complex installations, PicoVolt can handle it all. Plus, PicoVolt's competitive pricing and flexible scheduling make it easy to get the quality electrical services you need when you need them. So give them a call at 770-462-1030 and see how PicoVolt can help you today. PicoVolt, shockingly good results.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball as we head to the top of the fourth. Michael Tucker, Cash Dunn, and Braden Clark do up 1-2-3 for the East Paulding Raiders. First pitch, low, ball one.
Guy warming up in East bullpen.
Yeah, that big number 47, I think it's still Nunnally. Fouled back towards the netting. Don't have your drink up there anymore,
Nope.
right, Coach?
Nope. I learned a very valuable lesson. Have some good ice, too.
Was that Crush Ice?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's the best. That is the best. The 1-1. He definitely
he
went
did.
strike two. Ben
Yep.
Gardner ahead here 1-2.
That's the question about bunt. If you throw the ball and it hits and skips, rolls across home plate, and your bat's across out over home plate, it's a strike.
That's a strike. Yep, absolutely. Ooh, misses just low. Ball two evens up the count 2-2.
That one's almost too close to take.
Yeah. The low strike hasn't been there consistently, though, tonight.
That's true. That's true.
The 2-2, that's popped up out of play, foul over towards the softball field.
Thank goodness the girls are not over there practicing anymore. I guess it's spring practice for them.
Well, yeah, I guess so. They were over there practicing when we got here. Had a nice group of girls over there. The 2-2. That's popped up. This is going to be out of play over towards the concession stand. Bounces once, twice, three times on top of the concession stand. Some more glasses breaking somewhere.
Once, twice, three times a lady. Is that something?
Yeah, that was third time's the lady charm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 2-2. Battling up there is Michael Tucker as that one's fouled out of play over towards the indoor hitting facility of the Wildcats.
That was plumb nearly, too.
That was plumb nearly?
Plumb nearly.
Plumb nearly. Is that sort of like the phrase clod dirt?
Yep. Clod dirt.
Clod dirt.
Look where their coach is. He's trying to get out of the sun.
He's near the tarp of the Wildcats.
Past the dugout.
The 2-2, solid hit over towards second, but Cooper had that one all the way. That'll be out number one.
Now batting number 10, Cash Dunn.
That'll bring up Cash Dunn. Cash Dunn flew out to Austin Wilson in the second inning.
Got to speak with Coach Best a little bit now.
Uh-oh, what's he doing now?
The sun is out, and he has no hat on.
We don't want to blind anybody out here.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, I'm sitting here next to his wife, and I think she cuts his hair. I'm almost sure she does, since that's her business.
First pitch to Cash Dunn, swinging a miss, strike one.
As in J Best Hair Company.
Right in downtown Villa Rica.
Right in downtown Villa Rica.
Yep.
But I think her and Michael and Jasper both go to her.
The 0-1, sort of an excuse me swing to Connor. He'll catch it in the air for out number two.
Because I got to imagine that if they show up one night in the house and they need a haircut.
Did you get the clippers out?
No. And they got a haircut and she didn't cut it, it ain't going to be pretty.
So you're telling me no going to great clips in that family is what you're telling me.
Exactly.
Strike one to Braden Clark.
And I want to tell you about her. She was a great basketball player and a fantastic softball player.
The 0-1, fastball strike two. Then that makes sense why their kids are good at baseball when you got Mike's baseball genes and her softball genes.
I'm telling you. I mean, that was.
The 0-2 from Ben Gardner. Fouled out of play over towards the tennis courts.
No tennis players.
Nope.
Nope.
No, you know what? I thought they were having a tennis.
Nah.
I thought I heard a lady say they were having a tennis match today, but I don't see anybody over there. And the lights aren't on over there.
No.
Not that you need them this time of day yet. The 0-2. Bounce foul off of Henry Brookshire. Brookshire getting beaten up there tonight. That's like the second or third time he's had a ball foul off of him.
Well, they ought to catch him. That's what the guys.
The 0-2, another excuse me swing right to Colby Holland at first. He'll take it unassisted. And the East Paulding Raiders go 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth. We head to the bottom, 4-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Hi friends, it's T.O.D.D. here at Keeler Grange. This month, I am featuring the all-new 25K4. It's not just a car, it's a statement. The interior is spacious and sophisticated and truly refines the comfort. The K4 will keep you connected with its awesome tech features, which makes driving easy peasy. The K4 starts at only $23,975. Yes, you heard me, $23,975 for these awesome sedans. Check us out online at KeelerGrange.com. Help support your local economy, and God bless America.
Welcome back in to Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Due up 1-2-3 for our Wildcats here in the bottom of the fourth. Jasper Best, Will Orr, and Austin Wilson. Price Strickland still on the bump for the East Paulding Raiders. Wildcats lead this one 4-0.
Had several people ask me about this question.
Yes, sir.
Where did the word "the bump" come from?
Debunk?
Bump.
Oh, bump. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because everything else is flat. There's only a bump on the field.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of. Is it's the only thing that looks like a bump on the field out there. It could also be called like the pimple or the boil. Although that doesn't roll off the tongue as well as the bump.
Oh, man.
First pitch in the dirt to Jasper, ball 1.
Now, I've been around baseball for a while, softball too, but I've never heard where does the bump come from.
The bump has to be just because it's the only bump out there. Everything else is flat. 1-0 foul back off the netting. Strike one to Jasper.
Everything else on the field is level.
Yeah.
It is. Well, in most places, it is the highest part of the field.
Yeah, some ball fields
including
you go to.
outfield.
Some ball fields you go to. Who knows? A 1-1 misses low and outside. Ball 2.
Let me see if I remember it right. When I was small, I think I heard Nashville had a baseball team that left field went up. Terrace.
Oh, yeah, it was like the Houston Astros. Ooh, that was inside that it hit him. It did.
He don't want to get hit.
I want to swing it back. No, it didn't hit me. No.
He don't want to get hit.
So Jasper's going to head down to first with a hit by pitch.
It was, but he don't want to get hit.
That was. It was last year. Will Wallace did that. He got hit, and he tried to convince the umpire not to send him down to first.
That's what Jasper just did. He wasn't going to go.
So that'll bring up Will Orr.
Ooh. Nice boat from Mercury.
I missed it.
Oh.
First pitch to Will Orr is offered into right center field in the gap, but I think it's going to get tracked down by Clark. Out there it is.
Good play.
Braden Clark made a lot of good plays for East Paulding on Friday night. I remember him in center field. A good fielder out there. So that'll be out number 1. That'll bring up Austin Wilson.
Now batting number 30, Austin Wilson.
Austin Wilson went 6-3 in his first at bat in the second inning. Strickland checks Jasper over at first. Comes set and delivers to Wilson. Wilson puts this one into shallow center field, and it's going to get down. It tricked Clark out there in center field off the bat. Clark went backwards and then kind of froze, and that one fell right in front of Braden Clark. So Austin Wilson will be over at first with a single. Jasper Best moves over to second, and that'll bring up Mr. GQ, Will Wallace.
GQ.
Mr. GQ. He reached on an E6 in the first, walked in the third, is scored twice, stolen 2 bases.
Alias Braveheart.
Alias, yeah, AKA. But he's got a lot of nicknames.
Oh, wow. Here we go again with the second baseman over in middle of second base.
Strickland delivers down third base. Nice catch. Oh, they're going to say it was a hopper. No, they're going to double him up. He did catch in the air. Nice catch by Noah McGirt on a line drive over to third. Throws it over to first and doubles up Austin Wilson. We head to the top of the 5th. It's 4-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball.
Blackwater Technologies is a fire and life safety company that provides testing and inspections of your life safety systems. At Blackwater, they can also assist in servicing, upgrades, redesign, or replacements of your fire alarms, security, extinguishers, or suppression systems. Blackwater Technologies specializes in fire alarm integration, fire extinguishers, access control, security, CCTV, and central station monitoring. Proudly servicing the states of Alabama and Georgia, and so excited to be involved in West Georgia high school football. When it comes to the safety of your property, call Blackwater.
Is your roof leaking? Is your roof old and looking rough? Give Deep South Roofing a call. Deep South Roofing is locally owned and operated. They live and work in our community and have always supported local athletics. Don't fall victim to one of these out-of-town corporate roofing companies that knock on your door unsolicited. Trust Deep South Roofing for all of your commercial and residential roofing needs. Call them today at 404-819-7240 or visit their website at deepsouthroofincompany.com.
Welcome again to Wildcat Baseball here on Hometown Sports Meter. I want to remind you about all of our fantastic sponsors: Pilgrim Law Firm, Blackwater Technology, Marine South, Incredible Pulp Lemonade, John Thornton Buick GMC, Deep South Roofing, Smith's Floor Coverings, Uncle Don's Dapper Pomade, Villa Rica First Baptist, Healthcare 316, Spa 316, Don Ridge Ford and Villa Rica, Sissy's Trackside Grill, Fun Tool, Kia of LaGrange, Pico Volt Electrical Contractors, and the Morning 5 Podcast. Hunter Dillard, Cooper Martin, and Troy Bennett do up 1-2-3 for East Paulding here in the top of the 5th. 4-0 Wildcats lead it. Wildcats victorious on Friday night 6-3, trying to sweep East Paulding. If we can come away with a victory tonight, we will have swept New Man to start region play and then swept East Paulding.
Now batting number 11. Hunter Dillard.
2 more region games this week, Coach, versus Lithia Springs at home on Wednesday and then at Lithia Springs on Friday.
Well, the fat lady hadn't sung yet.
No, this East Paulding team's a good opponent.
Yes, sir.
Not one of those teams that I would count out here in the top of the 5th, down 4.
Not when you say 1, 2, 3, and the 7th.
Yeah, yep. A good strike from Ben Gardner to start off the top of the 5th here. Going to see a lot of these good opponents, Coach. I think one of those teams we talked about it early that I didn't expect to be so good. Curveball misses low. Kennesaw Mountain has a good record. I didn't pay attention too closely to their non-region, who they played out of region. But they look to be a formidable opponent as well. The 1-1. That's hammered into left field.
Foul.
That's going to be foul. That's nothing but a long strike.
Right now it's really hard to see, especially in left field, because about 25 foot, I'm guessing, away from the fence is sun. And the umpire had to wait until he got a good idea of where the ball was. And it was about 5 foot foul.
Shortstop and third are good now.
Yeah.
Because of where the sun's at. But, yeah, you're right.
Except I had a look, some sunshine on the back of my neck. It sure did feel good, too.
The 1-2. That's hit over towards Coop on the ground. Coop will scoop it up over to first for out number 1 in the top of the 5th. So 4-3 goes Hunter Dillard for out number 1. That'll bring up Cooper Martin, the East Paulding catcher.
Number 6, Cooper Martin.
Would you? Go ahead.
I was going to say Cooper just walked in the third.
Would you say this is a wooden bat?
It certainly looks like one, Coach. I wish I could remember that team that had one. That's the Rawlings Icon. Good fastball strike 1 to Cooper Martin. That's one of the hot bats now, the Rawlings Icon. They come out with new bats every year. Same technology, but they just good at marketing. Strike two from Ben Gardner.
Well, they back in the day, probably before you were born, the bats, of course, were all wood. But I tell you about this.
The 0-2?
Ooh.
Misses just low, ball one.
I would say the dugout should be said. And that was a strike 30 seconds ago.
I think Mike needs to go out there and make sure Henry's catching behind home plate.
Get behind home plate.
Get behind home plate. The 1-2 hung up in left center field. Giving ground is Austin Wilson. And it's over his head and down. Will's going to pick it up. And over at first with a long single is Cooper Martin. He tripped over first base.
Oh. I didn't see him. I just kept watching.
Yeah. He tripped over first.
So everybody kept breaking bats back in my day in high school and in junior college and at West Georgia as well. The issue is they had what they called a hickory stick.
A hickory stick?
Hickory stick. And it was a piece of hickory.
Did you get beat with that when you broke a bat?
No, that's what they used to hit with. And I'm telling you.
I've never heard of it. Is that hickory?
Hickory.
Hickory. First pitch to Troy Bennett, hit into right center field. Coming on is Will Wallace. He'll catch it in the air. Nice jump on the play from Will for out number 2, and that'll bring up Josh Toller.
Now batting, number 17, Josh Toller.
But in all the years that I played, I never saw anybody break one.
Break a hickory stick?
Yeah, a piece of hickory wood.
What was your favorite, or did you have a preference on what type of wood when you used wood bats? Did you like any of them more than other, different ones?
No, not really. Most of the time, I still got one tail. So I didn't like to break them.
Yeah.
But,
Ben's going to check the runner over at first back in time. Oh, yeah. I think that's only – Ben hadn't had many pickoff attempts.
No, he ain't tried though.
First pitch to Toller is a curveball.
A little high.
Ooh, just a bit high.
My preference in a bat was 34 inches, 32 ounces.
34 inches, 32 ounces.
Mickey Mantle.
I think the hot is bamboo now. That's a curveball, misses high. I think bamboo is kind of the popular material that they're making. Bamboo and ash, I think, are the two popular ones in the MLB now. But there's bamboo, ash, maple. I always like going and see just the different types of wood you can make a bat out of. 2-0, fouled back off the netting. But I think bamboo and ash are the two more popular kinds now in the MLB. I'm trying to think. Bamboo, ash, maple. What else are they making out of?
Other than surf, I don't remember.
Swing foul back off of Henry Brookshire again. That'll even up the count 2-2. Henry is getting beaten up out there.
Come unglued.
We put a stopper back there, like a door stopper.
Exactly.
Let's shove one of those down there.
Well, I got to stop now.
Count 2-2. 2 outs, top of the 5th. Wildcats lead at 4-0. Runner on first. Ben checks the runner at first and delivers. Just a little low, good stop from Brookshire. That'll run the count full 3-2. Wildcats lead this one by way of some great hitting from Connor Black tonight. Connor 2 for 2 on the day with a double, a triple, and 4 RBIs.
We need Connor to go 3 for 3.
Yes, sir.
With 2 more RBIs.
Due up 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 5th. Coop, Connor, and Colby. The 3-2. That's bounced over towards third, foul. Backhanding it was Henry's going to lead off the top of the 5th. So Henry, Coop, and Connor due up 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the 5th for our Wildcats. See if Ben Gardner can get Josh Toller out here. Strand Cooper Martin over at first and head to the bottom of the 5th with a 4-run lead. The payoff pitch. That's hit into center field, and Will's going to catch this one for out number 3. We head into the bottom of the 5th. It's 4-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Villa Rica First Baptist is a proud sponsor of Carroll County Athletes and Athletics. Villa Rica First Baptist Church is a place where people can meet Jesus, engage in life-giving community, and everyone is welcome. We believe in creating a space where people can have authentic encounters with Christ, discover their gifts, and use them for God's glory. Join us for our Sunday services at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. located at 1483 on Highway 78 in Villa Rica. Villa Rica First Baptist Church. We are family.
Casey Bass here for my friends at Spa 316 in Bremen. They offer a variety of services from cosmetic injectables, hormone replacement therapy, and medically supervised weight loss. They also have new and improved weight loss programs, laser liposuction, cool sculpting, skin and laser services, and testosterone treatments. You handle all of your different hormones, but for me, it's the testosterone that has changed my life. And let me tell you something, I'm never going back, and I'm never going to see anybody but my friends at Spa 316. Go see them.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Title sponsor this year for Wildcat Baseball, Serve Pro of West Georgia. Strikeout sponsor, Sissy's Trackside Grill. Starting lineup and call to the bullpen brought to you by Pico Volt Electrical Contractors in Villa Rica. Weather update brought to you by Fun Tool, and Don Rich Ford is your player of the game sponsor. Stick around after the game for your Don Rich Ford player of the game tonight. Leader in the clubhouse right now for player of the game, Connor Black.
Really?
Henry Brookshire is going to step in. Henry with a nice sacrifice bunt in the first, walked and scored in the third.
Got another one going to the bullpen.
That's a different number than Nunley. As Connor stares at strike one, or maybe that is Nunley again.
That's Henry, isn't it? Brookshire?
Yes, sir. Yeah, at the plate. That misses ball one. 1-1 count to Henry Brookshire. That is Nunley up in the bullpen for East Paulding. East did this on Friday. They'd warm up a pitcher for like 2 or 3 innings and then like sit him for an inning and then warm him up again.
Yeah.
The 1-1. That's a breaking ball that stayed high, ball 2.
Coaching staff over there chirping about where was that? Where was the ball at? You know, I probably told them where it was at. It was outside.
That one wasn't even close.
No.
I think we had 2 in the top of the 5th, that borderline, but that one missed high and outside. The 2-1. Swing and a miss from Brookshire evens up the count 2-2. That was a home run swing right there from Henry.
I'm afraid Henry couldn't pick it up and hit it twice and hit it out of here.
The 2-2 to Brookshire. Fouled off the netting.
But he is very versatile.
Extremely.
Shortstop, catching.
Yep.
Next thing you know, he'll be batting and picking up.
And I want to say, does Henry play second when Coop pitches, I think?
I think he does.
Yeah. The 2-2. That misses way high and inside, ball 3. Full count, 4-0. Wildcats lead it here in the bottom of the 5th.
And getting chilly.
Getting a little chilly.
It ain't cold, it's chilly.
No. I'm glad I went and put on my hoodie, though. The 3-2. Brookshire fouls this one off into the cul-de-sac. Battling up there is Henry. Well, hit my goodness.
The whole school bus. May have been 2 of there now.
We're going to have to call Safe Light out here. They're not a sponsor, but they're going to need to come out here and do some window replacement. The 3-2 to Brookshire. Fouls this one off the netting. Henry up there battling. Spoiling off a lot of good pitches from Price Strickland, who is still the pitcher for East Paulding. Brookshire won. Actually, Brookshire technically hasn't had an at bat. He had a sacrifice bunt and a walk. The 3-2. That one misses low, another walk. So Brookshire still technically hasn't had an at bat this game. He's been on base twice. That'll bring up Cooper Robinson. Coop was hit by a pitch in the first, stole a base and scored a run, and then had a sacrifice bunt in the third. Coach, we've had 2 sacrifice bunts in this game. Usually 2 sacrifice bunts in the MLB does a team for an entire season.
Exactly.
So Goodwill's over at first. Let's see what we decide to do with Coop. First pitch, swing and a miss.
New pitcher,
Cooper
right?
Robinson. No, this is still Price
Just saying.
Strickland.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was going to say that it looked like the first pitcher, but
Look, almost identical. Yeah, this is still Price. Now Coop squares around the bunt, throw over to first. Not in time.
Coach Best fixing to get his lasso out down there, drag him back.
That's only the fourth pickoff attempt since the first inning when Price Strickland had 6. Strickland comes set. Now a pickoff move over to first again. Back in time is Brookshire, as he's going to get some words of wisdom from Coach Best over there at
He
first.
fixed to put an anchor on him.
Brookshire is almost a step and a dive away, but he's a...
Nah, well, maybe a step dive for him.
Yeah. Strickland stares in. Comes set, nods and delivers to Coop. Coop fouls this one backwards, strike 2. That was a long looping curveball right there from Price Strickland.
That's the one you wait on, and hit it down the right field line and run and run and run.
See if Coop can battle back here 0-2. Runner on first, no outs, 4-0. Wildcats lead it. Checking Henry over at first, back in time is Henry.
You know, as many times they've thrown over, I'm surprised they have not thrown us a double yet or a triple.
And tonight or Friday night, they hadn't done it
Yes,
yet.
exactly.
I have a feeling that's something they work on quite a bit in practice. The 0-2. That's low in the dirt. Ball 1, good stop behind the plate from Cooper Martin for East Paulding.
You know, East brought good many fans over there.
That's
the
packed
ones
over
they
there.
didn't bring was the JV, and the JV the other Friday night was pretty rude.
Blowing whistles and blowing into cups and yelling, screaming. The 1-2. He hits this one right back where it came from, ramps off the mound and through to center field for a base hit. Around second. Oh, and checking up is Henry Brookshire. Henry, I think, would have had third if he'd have just kept on trucking over to third. But he's going to get thrown out. For out number 1 over to first is Cooper Robinson.
Remind me to tell you something.
All right. So Braden Clark will get an outfield assist on that first out. That'll bring up Connor Black. See if Connor can stay in his rhythm. Connor's gotten 2 RBIs in every at-bat so far tonight. If he can pump one over the right field wall, he'll continue.
Old Glory's not blowing out anymore.
Oh, no, it's dead straight. Strickland comes set, nods and delivers to Connor. That's low in the dirt, ball 1. Connor ahead here, 1-0. Strickland checks over at first. Now they're going to throw over to Cooper. I think they got him.
No.
Oof. That was pretty close.
Again, close counts and horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's the 4th pickoff attempt from Price Strickland here in the 5th. Strickland comes set, nod and delivers. That one's outside. Ball 2. My son was pitching on Saturday. Kid fouled it off. There was a runner at second. Kid fouled it off. Braxton got the ball back. And the kid at second wasn't paying attention, so he threw over, and the kid tagged him. Braxton thought he got him out, and I was like, it's a dead ball, buddy.
That's right.
The 2-0. In the exact same position for strike 1.
By the way, we can see the scoreboard.
Yeah, we can see the scoreboard now. So we get, get about an inning and a half, 2 innings of being able to see the scoreboard out here. Price comes set. Now check Coop over at first, and that got past the first baseman. Cooper Robinson's going to head to second. He's getting the wave around to third, around second. Into third goes Cooper Robinson. And just like that, our Wildcats have a runner in scoring position. Coach, you called it a couple pitches ago. You're surprised they haven't thrown us a double or a triple yet, and they just threw us a triple.
And see, that's the hardest part. Right fielder's playing so deep. So do you move him in a little bit when runner's on and the ball hits over his head?
Not with a left-handed batter right here with Connor.
And then with him on first base.
Yeah.
Now then everybody's got to come in. The infield's got to come in. They don't have to, but coach says come in, we're going to come in.
So Connor ahead here, 2-1. Inside, ball 3. The 3-1 to Connor. That's hit into left field. I don't know if that's going to be deep enough to score Coop. They're going to catch it. Coop's going to try. Tagging up, heading home, relay throw, not in time. So Connor's going to add another RBI to his resume tonight. He's got 5 in to score as Cooper Robinson. And it's 5-0. Wildcats lead it. Right temperature for shelter you from the storm. Hold on.
Timeout.
Good. Give me time to write this down. So 5 RBIs tonight for Connor Black. I'll bring up Colby Holland.
Coach over at East come out and say something to umpire, and umpire told him to get back in the dugout.
First pitch to Colby, swing and a miss. The 0-1. That's hit into left field, shallow left field, diving and not catching it is Hunter Dillard. Standing at first with a 2-out single is Colby Holland. That'll bring up Ben Gardner. A good attempt over in left field from Hunter Dillard.
Now batting number 12, Ben Gardner.
Ben Gardner steps in.
One got real quiet.
Yeah, very quiet. Yeah. First pitch to Ben, high, ball 1.
You can tell it's getting a little chilly. Everybody, all these ladies out here going for their clothes.
Blankets and
blankets, clothes, and
sweaters. Curveball misses high to Ben.
High, and by the time it come down, it was outside.
So Ben Gardner ahead here, 2-0. Over at first, Colby Holland, 5-0 Wildcats lead it. Bryce comes, set, nod once, and delivers a good curveball, swing and a miss from Ben Gardner. A little something off speed that's almost been, I would say, Price Strickland has probably thrown 70% of off-speed pitches.
Yes, sir.
Probably a 70-30 mix there. Colby with a decent lead over at first. Strickland comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss, strike 2 from Ben Gardner.
Thus, the term, look for the curve and hit the fastball.
Yep. I'd be looking for off-speed pitches here from Strickland all game. If he blows a fastball past me, so be it. But
I don't think, well,
with the 70-30 mix, I think I'd be looking for something off speed. The 2-2 misses outside, ball 3.
Now, Coach Best doing the right thing, going to tell him it's 3-2, 2 out. On the pitch, you go.
Yep, absolutely. As soon as he starts heading to home plate, you take off.
Any movement whatsoever.
See if Ben can put one into play here.
Now,
checking the runner over at first, diving back in time is Colby Holland. That's Price Strickland's 5th pickoff move in this inning. Trying to almost get a free out there. The 3-2 from Strickland. That's in the dirt, ball 4. So Ben Gardner will head down to first. Colby Holland over towards second. And that'll bring up Jasper Best. As we are going to get I would assume we are going to get a pitching change here.
Yep, there it comes.
All right, so Coach Boyd has made the Pico Volt call to the bullpen. We'll pause here on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Villa Rica First Baptist is a proud sponsor of Carroll County Athletes and Athletics. Villa Rica First Baptist Church is a place where people can meet Jesus, engage in life-giving community, and everyone is welcome. We believe in creating a space where people can have authentic encounters with Christ, discover their gifts, and use them for God's glory. Join us for our Sunday services at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. located at 1483 on Highway 78 in Villa Rica. Villa Rica First Baptist Church. We are family.
Casey Bass here for my friends at Spa 316 in Bremen. They offer a variety of services from cosmetic, injectables, hormone replacement therapy, and medically supervised weight loss. They also have new and improved weight loss programs, laser liposuction, cool sculpting, skin and laser services, and testosterone treatments. They handle all of your different hormones, but for me, it's the testosterone that has changed my life. And let me tell you something, I'm never going back. I'm never going to see anybody but my friends at Spa 316. Go see them.
Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you. Need someplace to relax after a hard day? Sissy's Trackside Grill is just the place for you. Sissy's Trackside Grill is the perfect place to unwind, watch the game, and munch on some grub. Sissy's has everything you could ask for. Wings, burgers, pizza. They even have fish and chips for those British tourists making their way in Villa Rica. Sissy's was voted the best place for a Philly cheesesteak and best sports grill in West Georgia and was a finalist for best hamburger. So stop in at 14790 on 78 in Villa Rica and sample some of Sissy's fare.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball as the East Paulding Raiders have made the Pico Volt electrical contractor's call to the bullpen. Now pitching for East Paulding is number 47, Jake Nunnally. Can't quite close the book on Price Strickland as he is still responsible for Ben over, actually Tate over at first, so he's a courtesy runner, and Colby at second. Jasper Best will step into the box. See if we can add this lead here. First pitch that Jasper sees, low and outside, ball in the dirt. Throw over to third, not in time to get Colby Holland. Over to second goes Tate Sauls on a wild pitch.
That's pretty good out of both runners. The ball never even touched the backstop here, and both of them advanced 90 feet.
That ball didn't really get away too far from Cooper Martin. I didn't think they were going to have a chance to advance. The 1-0 from Nunley. That's hit. Oh, sharply foul over towards the dugout of the Wildcats. Getting out of the way is Henry Brookshire as he takes a couple steps back into the dugout even further. He's got all the armor on, too. He should be the one that shouldn't be scared. On his feet over there was Will Orr. Had the reactions of a Wildcat to get out of that one.
And the cameraman.
Oh, Colin Wilson over there. Jake Nunnally comes set. Checks the runner at second and third and delivers the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2 to Jasper Best. That was a breaking ball that stayed in on the hands, didn't die as much over the plate as I think Jasper thought it was going to halfway to the plate. Jasper was trying to yank that one over the Serve Pro line or Serve Pro sign in left field. The 1-2. That one misses high. Ball 2 evens up the count 2-2. 2 outs, 2 on. 5-0 Wildcats lead it here in the bottom of the 5th. Wildcats push across 2 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fifth. Done all their damage in odd innings. And that's yanked foul about a mile out of play. It pounds his chest. He regrets being a little early on that one.
Good changeup from the pitcher, but that's okay. It's just a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw another one of those if I was the pitcher. Jasper almost timed up the first one he threw. He almost timed up that one. Throw another one. He might time it up and send it over the wall. The 2-2. He didn't throw him a changeup. He threw him a fastball. Nice hit from Jasper, but it's right at the right fielder, Michael Tucker, to end the bottom of the fifth. We head to the top of the sixth. 5-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Amazing things are happening at Healthcare 316 in Bremen and Carrollton. From traditional family medicine to groundbreaking techniques like physiologic insulin resensitization. Healthcare 316 is the perfect place for your family. PIR is groundbreaking, and it proves Healthcare 316's commitment to helping their patients be healthy, not just treating their symptoms to keep them in the system. PIR is so groundbreaking, only 46 clinics in the country are certified to perform it. It has been proven to repair neuropathy related to diabetes, improve diabetic control, hypertension, weight control, metabolic function, cholesterol issues, and can even improve your vision. Even improvement for patients with MS and Parkinson's. Plus, Healthcare 316 has an amazing new kids corner where pediatric specialists are taking new patients right now. Go see them in Carrollton or in Bremen at Healthcare 316.
Welcome back in the Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. This broadcast would not be possible without all of our fine sponsors. Pilgrim Law Firm, Blackwater Technology, Marine South, Incredible Pulp Lemonade, John Thornton Buick GMC, Deep South Roofing, Smith's Floor Coverings, Uncle Don's Dapper Palmade, Villa Rica First Baptist, Healthcare 316, Spa 316, Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica, Sissy's Trackside Grill, Fun Tool, Kia of LaGrange, Pico Volt Electrical Contractors, and the Morning 5 podcast. Stay tuned after the game for your Don Rich Ford Player of the Game. Noah McGirt, Tyler Kane, and Michael Tucker do up 1-2-3 for the East Paulding Raiders here in the top of the sixth. Still on the bump for our Wildcats is Ben Gardner, as McGirt spits on ball run for Ben to start the top of the sixth. Wildcats have pushed across at least one run in every single odd inning so far tonight. An excuse me swing. Bounce back foul off the padding for strike one to Noah McGirt. McGirt so far today 0 for 1. Struck out in the first and reached on an E6 in the third. 1-1 misses outside. Ball 2.
Tried to change his delivery point.
The 2-1. That's bounced over towards short. Connor has it. Gloves it on a one-hopper over to first for out number 1. 6-3 goes Noah McGirt, and that'll bring up Tyler Kane. Tyler Kane 0 for 1 on the day, went 5-3 in the first and struck out in the third.
What did you say about Coach Best a while ago?
What I missed? The knuckleball?
Uh-huh.
Oh, he threw one?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Brookshire didn't have a chance.
Tyler Kane 0 for 2 on the day. He ended the first inning and ended the third inning. First pitch he sees to Will Orr. Hops about 4 times across the diamond. Good snag by Colby Holland. Slapped the leather on him.
Got him.
The throw pulled Colby Holland off the bag. Jumped up, snagged it, slapped the glove on him.
Got him.
And got Tyler Kane for out number 2.
Number 16, Michael Tucker.
Coach down there didn't even say nothing to him.
No, he didn't.
Of course, the reason he didn't say nothing to him, he saw that he had him.
That'll bring up Michael Tucker. Tucker 0 for 2 on the day. Ben Gardner trying for his third 1-2-3 inning. Even innings have been Ben's best.
Pretty fair pitch there now.
Fastball low, ball 1. That wasn't bad a pitch at all.
It wasn't low by much.
Just a smidge. The 1-0. Curveball catches the outside part of the zone. Strike one.
Makeup call.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Coach. 1,000,000%.
That was a little bit outside.
Yeah.
About 3 inches.
Ben comes set, stares in the 1-1. That's low, ball 2. Due up in the bottom of the 6th for our Wildcats is going to be Will Orr, Austin Wilson, and Will Wallace. Mr. GQ coming up to bat. The 2-1 hit into left field and down for a base hit. So East Paulding doesn't go 1, 2, 3 here at the top of the 6th, and that'll bring up Cash Dunn. That looked like it almost fooled Austin Wilson out in left field off the bat.
Right.
He went back and to the right and fell right in front of Austin Wilson. I bring up Cash Dunn. I don't know what they're banging on over there, Coach.
The pole that holds the dugout up.
Oof. Just high, I guess, for ball 1. We played Bremen Middle School the other day, and they were banging on the fence poles with their bats. And I mean hard and loud. Hit the 1-0. That's hit up the middle. Diving effort from Connor, gets it, but no play. Nice effort from Connor Blackett, short to keep it in the infield, but no play as Cash Dunn has himself an infield single. Over to second goes Michael Tucker, and that'll bring up Braden Clark. I've never seen a team that banged on metal poles like Bremen Middle School did. It was one of the most annoying things I think I've ever witnessed during a baseball game. First pitch bounced over to Connor. He's going to pick it up, fields it across the body, throw to first. Not in time. So another infield single for East Paulding.
Now batting number 11, Hunter Dillard.
And the Raiders have him loaded. That'll bring up Hunter Dillard.
With 2 outs.
Yes, sir. And none of those really hard hit balls.
Ball him out the infield.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one to left field that Michael Tucker hit, I mean, that one wasn't terribly hard. And then Cash Dunn and Braden Clark just with rollover ground balls just in spots that be hard to field and getting out anywhere. I'm kind of surprised Connor didn't try to flip that one to third.
Exactly.
But Hunter Dillard is going to come up to bat for East Paulding. Hunter 0 for 2 on the day. Went 4-3 to start the third and 4-3 to start the 5th. Cooper Martin stands on deck for East Paulding. Would like to see him in the top of the 7th. Cooper Martin, the catcher for East Paulding. Cooper went 0 for 2 on Friday. Or, excuse me, Hunter Dillard is up. I was already looking over at the on-deck circle. First pitch to Dillard. Bouncer over towards Connor. He's going to pick it up, flings it across the diamond to first. And the Wildcats get out of the jam. East Paulding threatens, but can't do anything. We lead it 5-0 heading into the bottom of the 6th on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you. Need someplace to relax after a hard day? Sissy's Trackside Grill is just the place for you. Sissy's Trackside Grill is the perfect place to unwind, watch the game, and munch on some grub. Sissy's has everything you could ask for. Wings, burgers, pizza. They even have fish and chips for those British tourists making their way in Villa Rica. Sissy's was voted the best place for a Philly cheesesteak and best sports grill in West Georgia and was a finalist for best hamburger. So stop in at 14790 on 78 in Villa Rica and sample some of Sissy's fare.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Will Orr, Austin Wilson, and Will Wallace do up 1, 2, 3, 4 hour Wildcats. Here in the bottom of the 6th, 5-0. Still on the bump for the Raiders, Jake Nunley. Nunley was sort of a sidearm three-quarter delivery. I don't know if it's full sidearm, but it's certainly not very far away from a full sidearm delivery from Jake. So Will Orr is going to be the first batter for our Wildcats here. Will singled in the second and then flew out to center in the fourth.
It could be real nice to turn it down just a notch or two.
Hey, at least it's not as loud as East Paulding's. That was.
You're right.
Oh, man, that was miserable. First pitch to Will Orr, another off the hands, and a diving catch in left field by Hunter Dillard.
Yep.
What a beautiful catch. Wow.
Good catch.
That was pretty.
Number 30, Austin Wilson.
Got to bring up Austin Wilson. Austin Wilson 1 for 2 on the day. Singled in the fourth. Nice play from Dillard. First pitch to Wilson. Fastball, strike one.
Good to see Kerry Miller in the house.
Oh, I didn't even see him. Oh, there he is, yeah. School board member here in Villa Rica.
Carroll County.
Carroll County. I always forget. It's all at Carroll County. The 0-1. Misses low, ball one. Carroll County is doing an employee golf scramble, I think, in a couple weeks.
Really?
Yeah, Mirror Lake.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That would be in spring break.
I think it's the weekend after spring break. The 1-1 fastball, strike two. I think it is the 22nd or 19th or something like that. It's a two-man scramble, and one of the two has to be a Carroll County employee.
Yeah.
Stepping off the back of the rubber is Nunley. He'll reset, get a new set of calls, and do it again. Kicks and delivers the 1-2. Swung and hit foul over towards the Wildcat dugout. Will Wallace will pick it up, fake the throw, and then just hold it because they already had a new ball. Wildcats lead at 5-0. One out here in the bottom of the sixth. Nunley gets the sign, kicks and delivers the 1-2. That one's in the dirt. Evens up the count 2-2. Thought that was going to hit Austin. Mr. GQ getting his steps in, running and retrieving the pass ball.
I don't know if GQ or Braveheart's better. I don't know.
I don't know which reference more people would get either.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's probably a close 50-50.
Well, you got to have a way to see him on
the 2-2. It bounced right back towards the pitcher, gloves it, throws it over to first. And 1-3 goes Austin Wilson for out number 2 in the bottom of the sixth. That'll bring up Braveheart, Mr. GQ, William Wallace.
Now batting number 1,
Will
Wallace.
As Will's trying to give the balls to the catcher. He dropped a couple and it rolled right underneath Will's legs. Rocker around that's right on time is tricky. Weather update brought to you by Fun Tool, FUNDTOOL. Check them out on social media, Facebook, Instagram. 57 degrees as freedom is being yelled in the dugout for Braveheart. That one misses high, ball one. Freedom!
Freedom!
57 degrees, sun setting. Still a little bit of sunlight out here. Not a cloud in the sky. No wind to talk of.
No wind now, no, except what's off the interstate.
A little chilly, but a nice night, honestly.
Yeah.
Fastball strike one to Will as we had some activity in the Wildcat bullpen. And it looks like Cooper Robinson.
Yep.
Warming up down there. The 1-1 to Will Wallace. Misses outside, ball two. I'd like to see Coop come in here and close this game out. You know, we saw him go out early last week when he took that comebacker off his throwing hand. We haven't seen him pitch since. Be nice to know kind of where he's at and what he's got. The 2-1. That's fouled out of play over towards Sasquatch's home over there. Evens up the count 2-2. As East Paulding, oh no, that's just a fan. I thought East Paulding had someone warming up as well.
That's Mr. Valentine in the yellow dinner.
The 2-2. That misses outside, ball 3. Yeah, there's a fan in a hoodie down there.
Yeah.
I thought that was somebody warming up for East Paulding. I was like, the bottom of the second, or bottom of the fifth, that's kind of an odd time to warm up.
Or 6th.
Bottom of the 6th, yeah. 6th, second. The 3-2 fouled off the netting. We'll reset and do this again. Got some fans down there in the left field wall. I assume they're JV players.
Nah, who knows?
Can't tell. They got Wildcat hats on. Both of them have blue hoodies, but they're both
Probably
Braves
live
hoodies.
up there in the apartments.
The 3-2. That misses high, ball 4, so will head down to first with his second walk of the day, and that'll bring up Henry Brookshire. I'll tell you what I am really surprised about, Coach, is I know those apartments have people living in them now, and there's not a single person on their back porch watching this ball game.
It's too cold.
I'd be out there with a heater, Coach. I'd be out there with a heater and some binoculars.
They'll be out there later on when it gets warm.
Gets nice out there.
There'll be more beer drink right there than
sit out there with a couple cold beverages.
Couple cases. 1, 2, 3, 4,
That
5,
one's low,
6,
ball
7,
one.
8. There's 8 apartment sections up there. 9, 10 actually.
Yep.
Well, 11, 12.
You get on that top one.
Exactly.
Sit back there and have yourself a nice night.
Exactly.
Play a little music in between innings. Checking the runner over
Almost
at
got him.
first. Almost got him. They're going to say back in time. Will was leaning on that one. He's going to get some words of wisdom.
Well, he's going to get more than words of wisdom from him.
Will was certainly leaning on that pickoff maneuver from Jake Nunnally. Brookshire up the bat. Bottom of the 6th, 5-0 Wildcats lead it. Will Wallace over at first. Now they're going to check him again. Will was ready for that one. That's 2. So 5, 10, 14, 15, 16 pickoff attempts so far. 0 pickoffs and 1 error that gave us 2 free bases.
Right.
And Cooper scored on that. The 1-0. Off to second goes
Foul
Will.
ball.
Pop foul. I think this is going to be out of play. It is over towards Michael Valentine. It hit off something hard over there.
Hit off the screen
fence
and come down to the top of the fence and went.
Never seen a ricochet like that.
Well, the ball hit the top rail.
Yeah. It ricocheted and shot back into play. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Wildcats trying to sweep East Paulding here in region play. Nunley comes set, checks Will over at first. Will back in time. Add another pickoff move to the tally we got going here. I'm still pretty bummed that we didn't think about doing that in the first and second innings on Friday night.
Yes, sir.
We would have had 20, 25, maybe 30 pickoff attempts in the entire game for East Paulding on Friday night. It was Biaster threw. He almost threw over to first and second more than he pitched. The 1-1 off to second goes Will Wallace. Pitch was outside. Will's going to be down there with a stolen base. His 3rd stolen base on the day, as I believe he has now moved into sole first place in stolen bases for our Villa Rica Wildcats. As Brookshire's ahead here, 2-1. The 2-1 from Nunley. That misses outside, ball 3. And waiting on deck is Cooper Robinson. Cooper Robinson, who has cooled off at the plate just a little bit in the past couple of games. still been producing runs, stealing bases, and getting on. Nunley checks the runner at second and delivers the 3-1. That misses inside ball 4. Henry Brookshire will head down to first, and that'll bring up Cooper Robinson. So Wildcats have it first and second with 2 outs. Cooper Robinson up to bat. Coop so far tonight was hit by a pitch, had a sacrifice bunt, a single, scored 2 runs, and stolen 1 base.
I guess they got tired of selling stuff in the concession stand because it's closed.
They closed it up. Man, we still got an inning and a half. I got half an inning of baseball, maybe more.
Nah, I don't think they'll have more.
You remember that Kell series 2 years ago? Not last year's Kell series in the second round, but 2 years ago in the first round?
Yeah.
We almost ate breakfast out here, Coach.
Yeah. But you know,
that was
the
both
doubleheader
those games were like 4 hours.
over there.
Yeah. Oh, the Woodland. You're talking about
wasn't Woodland.
Woodstock.
Yes.
Yeah. That was insane. They played like 23 innings of baseball in one night because they played 7 innings and then 18. 18, something like that. First pitch to Cooper Robinson misses low, scoots past the catcher. Down to third goes Will Wallace. Over to second goes Henry Brookshire. And Cooper Robinson ahead here 1-0. Runners at second and third for our Wildcats. The 1-0. That one's low. Ball 2 to Cooper Robinson. Yeah, that Woodstock game took forever, and that Kell series in the first round, I guess 3 years ago was. I thought they were gonna start cooking eggs and bacon on the grill back there.
Yeah.
And the next morning, like the game was at like noon or something. The 2-0. That's gonna hit. Cooper's been hit twice so far tonight. Coop took that one right off the back. And he'll head down to first. Hit by pitch. And that'll bring up Connor Black. Connor doubled in the first, tripled in the third, hit a sac fly in the fifth, and has 5 RBIs tonight. As we're going to get time called, and we're actually going to have some action in East Paulding's bullpen. Going down there and looking like he's going to warm up is Omari Edwards.
We see him the other day? Nice familiar.
We did, but let's see what he didn't pitch. Omari Edwards came in to catch. And he went 0 for 1. He only had 1 at bat. So at first, Cooper Robinson, second, Henry Brookshire, and third, Will Wallace. And Connor Black, who has just been white hot tonight, steps in. I can't understand what the dugout's saying. They're saying something about Connor. John Wick, they're calling him John Wick. Nunley stares in, kicks and delivers to Connor. That misses outside, ball 1. Connor with 5 RBIs already tonight. All 5 RBIs for the Wildcats.
Get about 2 more right here.
That misses low in the dirt. Good stop behind the plate from Cooper Martin. Connor ahead here, 2-0. Wildcats trying to do some damage here with 2 outs.
Bottom of the 6th.
Yep, bottom of the 6th. A walk, and then it hits batsman. The 2-0. That misses outside, ball 3, so Connor way ahead. I would assume he does not have the green light.
I would assume if I were coaching, I'd stand all three base runners on the bag.
Just to avoid any pickoff?
Well, if it's a ball, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. The 3-0. That catches the outside part of the zone, strike one. Connor ahead here, 3-1. 5-0. Wildcats lead it in the bottom of the sixth. Nunley nods and delivers. That misses high, ball 4. So Connor is going to go down to first with an RBI walk. And to score is Will Wallace. Over to third goes Henry Brookshire. Second, Cooper Robinson. That'll bring up Colby Holland. You from the storm, hold on. So Connor now with 6 RBIs on the night, all 6 for the Wildcats. First pitch to Colby Holland. Colby offers it this one, hits it out of play over towards the tennis courts.
Also, the pastures and cows better look out.
Did that keep on rolling?
Well,
you know what they need? They have the sound effect for breaking glass. They need a sound effect for when we hit a cow.
Moo, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Moo.
Oh, a mad cow. The 0-1. Ooh, man. Inside almost hit Colby.
Yeah, look, bases loaded, 6-0. You better be swinging anything he throws. If he rolls it up there, you better swing at it.
The 0-2 to Colby Holland. That one misses high.
Umpire's been pretty good behind the plate.
He's been solid, absolutely. I mean, probably 3 or 4 that have been on the edge, questionable, but that's a normal night for a good umpire.
Exactly.
Can't complain.
Guy on the bases has been good. He hadn't had no close calls.
The 1-2. That misses high. Ball 2 runs a full 2, or runs it even 2-2. We kind of talked about that on Friday night, how blessed we are with the umpiring here in West Georgia. And there's, every now and then you'll run the one who's not great, but it doesn't happen very often. The umpire crew out here does a very, very good job. The 2-2. That misses way outside, gets past the catcher. In to score is Henry Brookshire. Cooper Robinson.
Well, I don't know him as well as I did when I was coaching. And I was told, frankly, that the reason I don't know him is the ones I knew have either retired or had died. And I said, where does that leave me?
So Connor over at second, Cooper at third. Full count to Colby Holland. Kicks and delivers the payoff pitch. Fouls this one off the netting. We'll reset and do it again. Wildcats lead at 7-0. I was about to say, if Colby puts this one over the fence, it's a ball game. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. We head to the top of the 7th. It's 7-0. Wildcats lead it on Hometown Sports Media Network.
Villa Rica First Baptist is a proud sponsor of Carroll County Athletes and Athletics. Villa Rica First Baptist Church is a place where people can meet Jesus, engage in life-giving community, and everyone is welcome. We believe in creating a space where people can have authentic encounters with Christ, discover their gifts, and use them for God's glory. Join us for our Sunday services at 8:30 a.m. and 11 a.m. located at 1483 on Highway 78 in Villa Rica. Villa Rica First Baptist Church. We are family.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Welcome back into Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball, as it looks like we're going to try to let Ben Gardner close it out here with a 7-inning complete game shutout of the East Paulding Raiders. Cooper Martin, Troy Bennett, and Josh Toller do up 1, 2, 3 for East Paulding here in the top of the 7th.
I think before it's over with, something's going to happen to that, all that loud music. I'm not real sure exactly what it's going to be, but it probably will blow the speaker out if it keeps going louder.
Let them know we don't need that loud music on Wednesday. You can just tone it down. Play some Beethoven.
The only time we don't need it is on any day that ends in Y.
How about number 6?
Send that schedule it's that schedule request in, Coach.
Yeah.
No loud music on days that end in Y. So Cooper Martin's going to be the first batter here for the East Paulding Raiders in the top of the 7th. Coop 1 for 1 on the day, singled in the 5th and walked in the 3rd. First pitch he sees, hits it high right center. Settling under it is Will Wallace, and he'll catch it for out number 1.
Where's Rick Sauls at?
He was back behind me.
Yeah.
He was over there.
I was.
I don't know where he went. I don't know.
I don't see, man.
He went home. He went home to warm up.
He was going to get a request.
Troy Bennett steps in for the Raiders now. Bennett 1 for 3. First pitch that Bennett sees, fastball, strike 1. This is one of those situations, Coach. 7-0, top of the 7th. If you're East Paulding, you better be swinging at anything close. I think this strike zone, and Troy Bennett does, strike 1, or strike 2, excuse me. I think the strike zone might widen just a bit here.
Exactly, but if I were the other coach over here calling pitches with those 3 fastballs per kid and just go home.
The 0-2 from Ben Gardner. That's a roller
Base
to
hit.
short, yep, deep in the hole. Connor gets the gloves on it and throws it across the diamond, but not in time. Another infield single for East Paulding as Troy Bennett goes over to first. They have had a ton of infield singles tonight. I feel like they've made their living off of infield singles. That'll bring up Josh Toller. First pitch to Toller, low, ball 1.
Just a little bit.
Just a bit low. Ben nods and the 1-0. Curveball hitting to center field for a base hit. Another single for Toller. And East Paulding will have him first and second with 1 out. That'll bring up Noah McGirt. Noah McGirt reached on an E6 in the 3rd, struck out in the 1st, and went 6-3 in the 6th. See if we can get a double play up the middle here. Give me a 6-4-3 to end the game. First pitch from Ben, fastball, strike 1.
Well, a roller to the shortstop would work.
Yep. Roller to short. Second, 3rd. Strike him out, throw him out. The 0-1. Another great fastball, strike 2. Although strike him out, throw him out, probably highly unlikely.
Yeah, I was going to say, I doubt very seriously it'd be.
I don't think we're getting a situation for a strike him out, throw him out. Ben comes set, checks the runner at second, checks again and delivers the 0-2. That swung on out of play off the tennis court netting. Hits the stands over there once and bounces back behind the East Paulding dugout. Ben with the Craig Kimbrell look in, dangles that right hand. Comes set, checks the runner at second, the 0-2. Good stop from Brookshire behind the plate, ball 1.
They told me when I first started catching that the only reason you put shin guards on is so you could slide on them to the outside.
The 1-2. That's hit over at the right field, foul. we'll reset and do the 1-2 over again. Ben comes set, stares in, checks the runner a second, the 1-2. That's fouled almost in the same position. This can be out of play. Noah McGirt in that deep, deep batter stance. It almost looks like he's squatting. I mean, that is a deep stance. You gotta have strong legs to do that constantly over the entire baseball game.
Yes.
The 1-2. Strike three. That's a Sissy's trackside grill. Strikeout got him looking for out number 2, and that'll bring up Tyler Kane.
Now batting, number 5, Amari Edwards.
Nope. Number 5, Amari Edwards. Going to get his first at bat. Pinch hitting for Tyler Kane.
Had to take time out because the coach didn't
enter
him in the game.
So Amari Edwards going to pinch hit for Tyler Kane. His first at bat of the evening. 2 on, 2 out, 7-0. Wildcats lead it. Ben comes set, gets the sign from Brookshire, checks the runner at second. Kicks and delivers. That's hitting to shallow left field. It's going to get down in front of Austin Wilson. Play at the plate, throw is in time, and he didn't get him. Good slide. Got under the tag from Troy Bennett. The throw was in time, but just a little bit off center. That was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, Coach.
Yes, sir.
That was a great throw from Austin Wilson and left. And East Paulding pushes across their first run of the ball game.
Number 16, Michael Tucker.
Interesting, still runners on first and second.
Yep. I don't know. I was doing that when I was marking that down. I figured they'd be on second and third.
I would think after the ball come all the way in.
Good throw from Austin Wilson. I didn't think he was going to have any chance to throw him out, to be honest with you.
I agree.
Michael Tucker up there now. He's going to pop this one over to Austin Wilson. A diving effort, and I know that hurt. It was a foul ball. Austin Wilson dove out there, and he dove not on the grass, but on that little gravel stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to feel that one tomorrow morning.
No, I'm not laughing at him. I'm laughing at Coach Best.
Did he give him another knuckleball?
No, that was a fastball there.
Jeez. I guess it keeps your catchers on your toes.
And he said he got the fastball and his head popped back around. I thought it was going to be a knuckleball.
Yeah,
Coach.
I thought I was going to get another knuckleball there, Coach. Ben checks the runner at second and delivers the 0-1. That one's low. Good stop from Brookshire. Brookshire thinks, man, if he'd have snapped down to first, he'd have got him.
Hell, he was looking at second.
Yeah, he was looking at second. A 1-1 count to Michael Tucker. Ben checks the runner at second and delivers. And that one's hit into center field. Diving effort by Will Wallace. Ball is down. In to score is Josh Toller. Throw over to third, not in time. Gets past the run or past the third baseman, Will Orr. Backing him up. So 2 more runs for East Paulding, and it's 7-3. The Wildcats lead it with 2 outs. So Tucker over at third with a 2 RBI triple.
Was the bases loaded?
Now only 2 on.
Okay.
And to score was Josh Toller and Amari Edwards.
Got a gathering at the mound.
Yeah, a quick gathering.
Yeah.
And Ben Gardner is going to come out of the game. Coach Wade Bailey has made the Pico Volt Electrical Contractors call to the bullpen. We'll be right back here on Hometown Sports Media Network.
If you have an electrical problem or project in your house, don't shock yourself. Call PicoVolt and let the experts handle it. PicoVolt electrical contractors have over 10 years of industry experience and offer a wide range of residential and commercial electrical services to meet your every need. From routine maintenance to complex installations, PicoVolt can handle it all. Plus, PicoVolt's competitive pricing and flexible scheduling make it easy to get the quality electrical services you need when you need them. So give them a call at 770-462-1030 and see how PicoVolt can help you today. PicoVolt, shockingly good results.
When this is the sound of a waterfall in nature, there's no cause for concern. But when it's the sound of water gushing through your living room ceiling because a pipe bursts inside the wall, there's reason to panic unless you pick up the phone and call 1-800-SERVPRO. Only the cleanup and restoration specialists at ServPro can help make fire and water damage like it never even happened. So make the call to 1-800-SERVPRO at the first sign of water damage. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you.
Welcome back in to Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. Can't quite close the book on Ben Gardner, as he is still responsible for the runner on third. Cooper Robinson's going to come in and try to close this one out. Just needs one out. Jacob Ponder takes over for Coop over at second. First pitch, strike one.
That reminds me, I got to call Marine South tomorrow. See about my boat. See if anybody's bought it yet.
That's hit over towards Ponder at second. He'll pick it up over to first, and that is your ball game. Wildcats victorious 7-3 versus East Paulding and sweep them 2-0 on the season.
One pitch.
One pitch, one out. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with your Don Rich Ford Player of the Game.
Knock spring out of the park with Don Rich Ford in Villa Rica. Bart Smith and his staff want you to shake off the winter blues and arrive to the ball fields in style this spring. Don Rich Ford and Villa Rica have been providing top-notch service to the West Georgia area for over 50 years. Don Rich Ford is conveniently located in the heart of Villa Rica at 221 East Montgomery Street. So give them a call at 770-459-5132 or stop by and browse their inventory. And don't forget to tell them the guys from Hometown Sports Media sent you.
Welcome back in to Hometown Sports Media Network's presentation of high school baseball. And one of the easiest Don Rich Ford players of the game I think we've had all year, it's Connor Black. 3 for 3 on the day, 6 RBIs, had a double, a triple, and played some great defense, walked, had a sacrifice fly. Great defense and a great job from Connor Black at the dish tonight. Coach, our Wildcats victorious 7-3 over the East Paulding Raiders. We sweep the Raiders. We open up region play with 2 back-to-back sweeps versus Newman. Now East Paulding. Coach, that's got to be a great way to start off region play against a really good East Paulding team.
Exactly. I really don't think that we've seen the last of this East Paulding bunch.
I don't either. I think they're gonna get into the playoffs. They might be a 3 or a 4 seed. They might be on the road. I wouldn't be surprised if they shock somebody on the road in the first round.
Exactly.
Good bunch, good coach bunch. They can hit pretty well. Got to work on the pitching just a smidge, but it's a really, really good team. Really, really good East Paulding team. The next broadcast on the Wildcat Network will be Wednesday when we are at home versus Lithia Springs, another region opponent. Coach, any final thoughts?
It's cold.
It is cold.
But it ain't as cold as it was last week.
Shoot, no, Coach. It's gotten chillier out here.
I thought the kids played extremely well. There was very few mistakes. I think the coaches will take care of those mistakes, and looking forward to Wednesday night, I guess.
Wednesday night, yes, sir, versus Lithia Springs. Is our next broadcast here on the Wildcat Network. For Casey Bass, for Clay Harden, for all of our wonderful sponsors, for Billy Lindahl, for Coach Verlin Best, I am Bryce Sparling. Have a wonderful, safe night, and we will see you all on Wednesday night here on Hometown Sports Media Network.